Good evening. Happy Friday. Happy 4th of July weekend. Happy summer. Happy. Not sure if anybody's going to show up tonight. I know it's Friday, 4th of July weekend. But as the banner below me states, today is day one of quarter three. And quarter three is when it's time to kind of bear down and get a ton of listings up, as many as you humanly possible, so that when Q4 hits in just 3 months, you'll be ready to roll with some great listings, a lot of quantity up there. So that's my philosophy anyway. Let me know if you subscribe to that same philosophy. That's my thought, is that third quarter, it's a great opportunity, despite the urge to kind of hang out a little bit because it's summertime. Get some listings up, kind of bombard your store with good quality listings. It's good sourcing time, obviously, for a lot of people out there that do the garage sale thing, yard sale thing, state sales, everything. Everything's kind of in play for the majority of the country, that's for sure. The weather shouldn't be an issue, short of some thunderstorms and some heat exhaustion. But, weather should be favorable, and it's just a great opportunity to get out there, load up on some good items, get them listed, and then by the time October hits, you're well prepared, your store is stocked up with great goodies, and it's time to make some money and sell some items. So, again, good evening, everybody. I'm glad for whoever shows up tonight. I really appreciate it. I don't know who's hanging out and doing something tonight, but I will be here listing for a little bit, so I figured I would invite you all to join me. If anybody wants to say hi, please do. I'm going to get the banner down. But that was really the theme of this intro, was it's third quarter, time to bear down and get some listings up. That's what I'm going to do. I still have a ton of what did we do on Tuesday, was it, or Wednesday? Hey, Kelly, good evening. I forgot how many we did. We only did like 2 or 3 ads last time because we wound up chatting. Let me say hi. Oh, here they are. CJ, welcome. CJ is always ready to rock. Thank you for joining. Kelly, good evening again. Listing and listing. Beautiful combo. Hey, Marketplace Boutique, happy Friday. I subscribe to your channel, by the way, Marketplace Boutique. Very nice stuff on there. I definitely recommend everybody go check her out. Really cool, creative channel. Hey, Popeye, what's going on? Listening, glancing through the 8,000. Oh, my God. Speaking of which, Popeye, I just received, moments ago, as a matter of fact, your little stash of postcards that I picked up. Beautifully wrapped. I love these boxes. They're like perfect size. But thanks for that, John. I appreciate it. Check out John on Whatnot. For the few that might not have already seen them, just picked up a nice little lot of postcards. Received them in the mail today in great condition. So thanks again, John. Jeff with the punches. I guess he's like ready to roll too. Very good stuff. Yeah, we have, again, special requests, and I keep asking because I forgot who asked it. But somebody had asked me last week, I guess it was, about doing some 60s ads. So I did load up. I have a bunch ready to roll. If we want to go into those, we shall. It was 66 and 67 were the 2 years that I selected, 2 magazines that I picked up and took some ads out of. We still have a nice amount to list this evening. Oh, well, then you will love. That is a nice packing job, man. Good. Well done. Yeah, Marketplace, if you have not, perish the thought, but if you are one of the few that have not heard of or seen John's channel, Popeye's Postcards, check him out on YouTube. Great guy, great knowledge of postcards. He's up to his neck in them, but he definitely knows his stuff. And he does Whatnot shows. I think he's up to 3 a week at this point. There you go. Whatnot auction tomorrow. Yeah, he's giving away box loads at this point. Not giving away, but auctioning off tons of postcards. And they arrive swiftly in great condition, so I'm very happy. Thanks again. This is my second lot I've purchased from John so far. I don't even remember how many are in here. There's got to be like probably 50-ish maybe. And the beauty of having a duplex scanner, for those of you who have one, you understand, you could throw these in. I'd probably break them into 2 piles, maybe 25 a piece. Throw them through that duplex scanner, front and back. DPI, 300, 400 maybe. And you'd be done scanning in a minute or 2. And have a nice 50 listings ready to roll. Yeah, definitely Marketplace. Go check them out. You're subbed? Okay, cool. 2 baby steps forward, 1 baby step. Yeah, 8,000 more. Just add it to the pile. Yeah, good stuff. Yeah, who knows, John, right, Jeff? So how's everybody else doing? Again, thanks for joining me. I didn't know who was going to be hanging out and barbecuing, drinking, doing whatever you do on 4th of July Friday. We have a big Beatles show tomorrow. I have a big Beatles show tomorrow up in Lodi, New Jersey, which is kind of right across the river from the Bronx, actually, a little north of Fort Lee. For anybody who might know that area, big outdoor festival, fireworks, food, good stuff. Thunderstorms threatening the situation, but I'm not afraid. Summertime is always going to be that opportunity for a thunderstorm to creep in early evening, but hopefully it will go smoothly. Really psyched. I have 3 shows this week coming up, beginning tomorrow. So it's a very busy time of year for me too with the Beatles stuff. So between that, and listing, Q3, we have 3 months to get them all up. You want to be well prepared when October hits. All right, sure. Everybody's saying hi. So how is everybody's sales doing? How was your week? We were up and down, which sounds like a broken record. I understand that, but it's true. Up and down, a couple of good days, couple of lousy days. I guess overall, if you had to factor it out, if you consider tonight the weekend, I guess, right? Average week, Started off with some promise, kind of lull in the middle of the week, and then I had a nice day so far today. It's only 6 o'clock, so I'm hopeful that the next 6 hours will produce a couple more sales, but good beginning of the week, mediocre middle of the week, and pretty good end of the week so far. That's basically the tale of my eBay and Etsy, by the way. I actually had an Etsy sale, which is shocking. Etsy, I do dabble in Etsy. We've talked about this a few times. I just cross-listed. Let me see how many I have right now. Like 80, maybe 80 listings. Let me check it out. How many do I have? Probably not even. 89, actually. Yeah, I have 89 listings that I just cross-posted from eBay. Onto Etsy. I've been on Etsy for over a year now. I did okay Christmas time with some stuff, with ornaments and plushes and even some ties, believe it or not, and Disney stuff over there on Etsy. But I don't know, the rest of the year, like I said, I'm lucky if I sell a couple a month on Etsy. But it's most likely just due to the fact that I have so few listings, relatively speaking. And I'm sure if I pounded Etsy a little bit, which I might do. We talked about my need to get listings up this third quarter. So I'm positioned well when the fourth quarter hits. I might pound Etsy a little bit this time and even get up to like 500, probably pretty big increase. Maybe I'll get 5 sales a month on Etsy. But I like the platform, all things considered. It's pretty user-friendly. Once you remove yourself, if you're not interested in that free shipping guarantee, which I got burnt by when I first signed up. And they kind of also put you right into some marketing program that they have, the equivalent of their promoted listings, I guess. And unless you opt out, you're kind of committed to that. So I opted out of those 2 because they killed me with those first few sales. I had both in play, and I wound up basically paying a little bit more than half of my sale price and fees, which is unacceptable. So I did go in and fix that. Despite your complaints, June sales were only down 2%. Oh, there you go. Exactly, Kelly. Good advice. Absolutely. Absolutely true. I'm a firm believer in that too. I think if you listen back, you won't hear me whining a lot. I don't whine about it. I don't blame eBay. We talk eBay because that's the primary platform for me anyway, and I'm sure a lot of you guys that watch. But most of the time, it's not eBay. I mean, yeah, they have their glitches, and yeah, they do some wacky things, but there's always workarounds. Thank God we have those workarounds that we can finagle with listings and correct things if needed to be corrected. But all in all, you get a lot of exposure for a relatively low cost. A few people have said that if you want to really do this, go open your own site, put your own stuff up and market it, and then get back to me about how expensive it is. So relatively speaking, it really isn't a lot to pay if you think about it for the exposure that we get on eBay. And I like this theory. He's like, just got to keep working. Very true, Kelly. Keep plugging away, feed the machine, all the cliches. Hey, Karen, welcome. Thank you so much for joining us. Just opened a return full of glitter. Get out, a glitter bomb. Oh my goodness. Like a scam? I hope not. Jay, says Karen. Okay, Jay. Not really sure what that means, Karen, but go ahead. If you could reiterate or elaborate, I should say, on that, I'd appreciate it. Might have been a smiley face mistype or something. But yeah, that's the story of my week. Hope you guys had a pretty good week. I don't expect a whole bunch of activity this weekend, as discussed, with the whole 4th of July thing, 3-day weekend for most people. I'll be out of town all day tomorrow, so I'm out of commission tomorrow. That's why I want to get some listings up tonight. I won't be listing tomorrow, and I try to make a habit of listing at least something every day, and at least a few items every day. And tomorrow will definitely not be an opportunity to do that, but then I get a nice paycheck from performing in my band, so it kind of makes up for that. But I'm not expecting a lot of people on the platform in general, on any platform in general. I'm sure a lot of people do typical things where they try to keep records of previous years, and you try to anticipate ebbs and flows. You try to, allow for certain things to occur, allow for certain times of the year to be slower, allow for certain times of the year to be busier. Again, which is why I want to get third quarter should be a sourcing and listing quarter. As people are hanging out and barbecuing and drinking and playing ball and swimming and going on vacation, quietly behind the scenes, you just keep plugging away. You keep listing and listing and listing. And before you know it, sadly, but it's a fact, before you know it, it'll be fall again. And we'll be in a good position when people are back home and are resigned to the fact that summer is over and it's time to go shopping, back to school. And then before you know it, it's Halloween. Everybody knows the drill. No problem, Karen. I figured. I don't know if that was some kind of code word. A top with glitter everywhere. Oh, my goodness. I'm glad you could laugh about it. That's a good thing. All right, guys, let us, I know we got a few people that are listing as I'm speaking, which is really cool. So let me join the crowd. We're going to fire up screen share here. Hey, Royal Squirrel, what's going on? Welcome aboard. I'm going to assume you're home again, or is that a very poor assumption, Kristen? I'm not sure. We have an ongoing joke with Kristen. She always seems to be on the road somewhere in a state other than her own, which is actually very cool. I love traveling too. I hope you're having a good Friday, Kristen. I am going to, as I just said, let's fire up a screen share and let's take a look at some of the stuff. Popping in from Iowa. Of course you are. That's cool. I've been to Iowa for some reason. Actually, we, again, my band thing, we used to play every summer for like 10 years at a country club in Omaha, Nebraska, believe it or not. It was really a fun show. And you always had to fly into Iowa. It's like right on the border of Nebraska. Kind of weird. The airport was in Iowa. So that's my Iowan experience. There they are. Sure. All right, guys, let me share this screen. I'll show you what we have in play for this evening. Hey, Winter Crow, welcome. Yeah, it's ridiculous. Actually, here it's pitch black and looks like it's ready to typhoon. But it's been like this for like 2 hours and hasn't rained yet, which is kind of odd. But it says that rain is in the forecast. The temperature also dropped about 15 degrees. We're at 78 right now. And it was 93 about an hour ago. But welcome, Winter Crow. Hopefully you're safe inside and not sweating out there. If the storms haven't reached you yet, they will. Weather moves west to east, they say. Alrighty, here we go. This is my screen. Let me put the positioning correctly. There you go. And I will go ahead and enlarge this screen. I've had a few people say that they like that better. It's easier to read. Now, of course, we have to sign in first. Because here I am saying, oh, eBay's not that bad, and watch the whole thing will crap out on us as we're trying to list. Okay, here we go. Bam. Looking good. Everybody see? You just got back from the park with Ellie. Oh, please send that cool this way. Yeah, it's accompanied by some thunderstorm and lightning and tornadic activity. But if you like that, Winter Crow, it's on its way to you. Coming at you shortly. No, it really is. It's dark. It's windy. It's raining. It's raining. I can actually hear it. All right, we are back in 1966. We only did what? 2 ads, I think, last time because we wound up chatting about cereal and all that stuff, which is always an option. I just want everybody to know that. If somebody wants to throw out the name of a doll they loved when they were a kid or something, always fair game. As long as we can sneak in a couple of listings along the way. And let's begin with a Zap because it's too big. All right, let's adjust the size of this guy. This is a kind of cool ad. It's a car ad, don't you know? Happy Canada Day to anybody who's from Canada. Resident Canadian, omnipresent Dawn is probably still napping, but she should be arriving shortly. Speaking of Dawn Wright Right Selections, I believe is the store name. She's also on Etsy. My wife just picked up a couple of cute items, a teacup and like a little lithograph sort of thing from Dawn a couple of days ago, and we already received it, which was a very pleasant surprise. Beautifully packed, beautiful product. So Dawn, when you do hear this, thank you very much, and Mrs. Flippett will definitely be in contact with you regarding said package. She's thrilled. She loves it. It's beautiful. All right. Sorry about that. Save. Let's see if it's the right size now to bring in. There you go. A byproduct of success, everybody. There you go. And without Dawn right here, hang on, guys. Sorry about that. Bam. Ba-ba-ba-bam. Carl, you have a wrench, by the way, so Happy Canada Day is right. Sorry, guys. Let me do a little detective work here. Hey, Barbara. I know, it's funny, isn't it? How they get in, I would love to know. There's probably programs that just ransack people's streams for some stupid reason. But we're all grown-ups. Welcome, Barbara. I'm glad you could make it. Happy Friday. Happy 4th of July weekend. Hope everybody's revved up for a cool weekend of fun and maybe some swimming, maybe some barbecues, some fireworks. I'm excited for the show I'm doing tonight. It's a big township thing, I was saying, and they have a big fireworks display after the show, which is always kind of cool. All right, guys, this is the advertisement we are working with. You see what appears to be a caveman, I believe, but I'm not sure. We'll take a look. This is a Volkswagen advertisement, Volkswagen Beetle, extremely popular. There you go. Thank you, Winnicroy. I appreciate it. Yeah, those little buttons on the right side, if you just tap on that, and then you can see all your options. So I appreciate it. Thank you for the help. This is apparently a king, actually. This is King Nariji of Kenya. That's who that is. Let's look him up. There's a bolo. Whenever you see King Nariji of... No, just kidding. But anyway, it's pretty cool. Volkswagen Beetle. Good time. Very popular item. Let us go in and begin building this one out. And let us also see when we check on the category if the Beetle is listed. Nope, it's just under Volkswagen, which is fine. Yeah, Dawn is usually very good at that one across. So I didn't mean to put you on the spot, but I think you two are the only ones that have the highly coveted wrench. All right, this would be an automobile advertisement, which might be changing. You know, get a couple of people making an impact here. A lot of regulars, which I always appreciate. All right, I'm filling out some specifics here. Right, we have a print ad. It's original. It's multicolor. It is a Volkswagen. And it is from 1966. So from 1966. There they are again. Great advice, Wincrow. Thank you for that. Yeah, guys, if you have a moment and you're enjoying it, please do hit that thumbs up. I would really appreciate it. I know, Kelly. You know, what are you going to do? Like I said, in a weird way, it's it means you're making it a little bit on YouTube, I think, when you start getting these idiots coming in. I don't think it's an individual. I think it's all like robotic activity, to be honest with you, but whatever. Oh, hold on. We have a confession here. Did we throw out some magazines? Oh, yeah. That's a shame. Well, there's plenty more out there, Marketplace. Go out. I know I think you've seen my video series, right? We talked about this last show. Go check it out. Lots of opportunities to source old magazines. Certainly estate sales, certainly Antique malls. Certainly, I don't know how much. I have never seen, personally for me, let me just digress a little bit. I don't really do many yard sales around here. There just aren't. They're not a very popular thing in my immediate area where I live. Not a lot of people have yard sales. And if they do, it's absolute junk, like truly junk. So I don't really have a lot of those. I don't know if you'll find old magazines in a yard sale. Something tells me probably not. But I wouldn't be shocked if some people had some. And definitely Facebook Marketplace. I highly recommend just do a search for, name your magazine, Life or Sports Illustrated or whatever you like, and look for put the word lot in there on Facebook Marketplace. You'd probably find a bunch of people that think like you probably did Marketplace recently, that they weren't worth a lot and they just want to get rid of them because they're cumbersome and they take up a lot of space. But we all know a lot better than that. So hopefully you will be able to pick up some more. I didn't have the trash can before. Oh, okay, cool. Thank you very much, Winnicrow. Hope everybody's not offended by these robotic activities. Don't worry about it. We'll delete them as soon as we see them. I apologize. Certainly out of my control. But just laugh at them. Okay. Yeah, it is a cool ad. So I want to put in this guy who is being billed as King. I'm going to have to blow this up because it's way too small for me to read. My goodness. NJIIRI. Did you really? Congratulations, Barbara. That's awesome. And it literally says at the bottom, by appointment to His Majesty King Najiri. There's your Volkswagen. Cool item. Cool picture. Volkswagen, extremely, extremely popular amongst collectors. That is a great job, Barbara. Congratulations. A lot better than the $5.99, right, that you had it up for? Didn't you say it was up for like $5.99 for 6 months or something? A friend of the show, Annie. You guys probably remember Annie. She's been very busy, so she hasn't been doing the YouTube thing for a while, but she released a video recently. And I forgot what the magazine was, but she sold a couple of magazines. And then during the process of talking about the magazine, she kind of alluded to the fact that, she'd probably be better off if she ripped them apart. She used some funny word like dissect them or something. And I wrote a comment. I said, "Oh, you don't say." And then she got back to me. She's like, I know. But it's worth the effort, guys. Especially if you have a stash of magazines that have been sitting there forever that you've been either haven't listed or you've had listed for a while and aren't really selling well, like Barbara. Go in, take them down, open up those things, see what's in there. See if you could find some cool ads. Take a few. It really doesn't take that long, It doesn't take that long. Even if you start with a handful of them, scan them, take a picture, whatever you have to do to get them up. Take a good quality photo if you use your phone or camera, DSLR or whatever. And do a little research. Watch my videos. Ask people, ask around. And I guarantee you'll make a heck of a lot more with those individual ads than you will with most of the magazines. Almost without fail. Yeah, that's awesome. 2 years you had it up. Holy cow. See, that's awesome. That's a great, great, great story. It makes me very happy. And now they're moving. How many did you wind up getting out of that, Barbara, out of the magazine? Like how many ads did you actually wind up pulling out? All right, I am going to... Intense Echo, welcome. I don't have 80s magazines necessarily, but it doesn't mean... Again, there's no reason. I just don't have any. I'm sure they would. Ads from every era sell. I bet you could sell contemporary ads too, if you wanted, if it's something collectible. Yeah. About 15 and 4 sold. That's a really good ratio in a very small period of time, right, Barbara? But yeah, Intense Echo. Certainly. Like anything else, go for good products, go for car ads, cigarette ads, like you allude to. Yes, absolutely. Music, record promotions, concerts, what else? I mean, anything, like any other magazine, anything you would look for. Airplanes, Pan Am is a really collectible. That's a little insider bolo for you. If you see Pan Am ads, Eastern Airlines ads, those sell really well. Yeah, pull them out. Cars for sure. Anytime, any decade, car ads are going to sell. There's always people that are looking to a previous decade, for car ads. That's a great ratio. Like I said, Barbara, congratulations. Oh, they are. That's funny. They're mostly cigarettes. Yeah, that's all right. Cigarette ads sell great. We're going to be doing a cigarette ad or two in a little bit. What's up, Automania? Welcome. Happy 4th of July weekend. This one was from an old restaurant. There's a great example. Things that aren't there anymore, just across the board, are always good to list. People love going back and finding things that they remember maybe from a child, or they remember the parents talking about, that no longer exist. New York playbills. Yes, they do in Tenseco. Quite well. All across the board. I have tons of them. Just look at my store. Absolutely. Hey, Rutan, what's going on? Exactly. Great point. Yep. Speaking of postcards, just grabbed a whole pile. I'm psyched. I got a nice little pack of like 50 or so, I think, postcards from John Popeye's postcard. Kind of pumped. Just got them in the mail about an hour ago. New York in 36. Cool. You're very welcome. Yeah, don't discard those. Anything, man. Like I said, your guarantees are like car ads, any transportation, airlines, trains do really well. Coca-Cola, of course. You might even, what would be really good in an 80s quote unquote ad, if you go to 85 or so, was when New Coke, the whole New Coke debacle hit. And if you find some New Coke ads before they reverted back to their classic formula, as they called it, those would probably be pretty collectible. Sports fit, if you see Michael Jordan ads, those would be cool. Anything. All right, let's look up this alleged king. I want to make sure this is legitimate. It's just impossible to spell, everybody. NJII. King. NJIIRI. Make sure this is an actual guy. Who knows if it's real? Anybody see a King Najiri? Nigerian king, Nigeria king, 1914. I'm sorry, I'm mumbling. I'm trying to read some stuff I pulled up. With 34 wives, even a king has to cut a few corners. That's kind of funny. I'm just going to write Nigerian king. 34 wives. I guess that's a hut. I certainly haven't. If anybody has, good question, Rutan. I did say that they're trying to solicit that, and they're saying that, you're going to have X amount percentage increase if you add a video. But no, I haven't personally. Has anybody out there done a video yet? Fela Kuti, isn't that the drummer, Rutan? The legendary, not drummer, the legendary musician that Ginger Baker played with him, didn't he? Didn't he, Rutan? Ginger Baker was a crazy, crazy boy. Good drummer. Very overrated. No offense, but he really is. Good stuff. Very cocky. He definitely had the tribal African beat thing down with tom-toms and caveman type of strokes. Marketplace Boutique, added a video. Oh, very cool. Yeah, Ginger played with him. Yep. Mm-hmm. Indeed. Well, does anybody else see anything cool in this ad that you might want to highlight in the title? Rutan added a video and also uploaded to your channel. Very cool. Popeye's waiting for the inheritance. That's cool. And you know what? Even if you had the inheritance, you'd still be buying postcards, wouldn't you? Barbara did a video that would send in the troops. I am in paper chaos right now. If I did a video, they would send in the troops. Oh, okay. Get it listed, Barbara. I was going to say fourth. Third quarter has commenced, effective today. If you didn't watch the beginning of the show, I went into a 30-second tirade about, no, not a tirade, but just a proclamation that the third quarter begins today. We have 3 months to October 1st, where people will be hanging out for at least 2 of those months. A good portion of the people will be hanging out, doing summertime stuff, and it's a great opportunity to load up, to go out and source some great items, to get some listings up in your collective stores. It's a great opportunity. So then when, September, October rolls around, you're well positioned for fourth quarter to kick some butt. That's what I'm doing. And it begins with King Tootie Tootie. Yeah. 34 wives. What else? I have 17 characters. That's way too many to leave on the board. Let me see if there's anything about the vehicle itself, too. First of all, it cost $16.39 for this vehicle, for a 66 Beetle. Oh, King of Kenya. Let's get Kenya in there. King of Kenya. Let's look up some characters. And then I'm going to just put bam, bam, bam. I like it. I like it. For those of you who follow and have watched several videos, you will know that pretty much without exception, automobile ads will be priced at a little bit of a premium from your standard advertisement, which is usually $15 for me. I do have a sale going on this weekend in my print ad category, being billed as a 4th of July, in an ongoing effort to avoid the possibility of selling very little this weekend because it is 4th of July. I figured I'd throw a little sale out there and entice the few fools that actually log into eBay all weekend. Maybe they'll buy something. We shall see. But I think that's going to do it for this one. We're down to one character, so let's release this one to the eBay gods and see what happens. Make sure all my basic stuff is correct because I haven't been in here in a few days on this, at least on these drafts. December 66. Yep. Okay, we will list this one. And thanks again, guys, seriously, for coming out here on a Friday night during a beautiful 4th of July weekend celebration. I'm sure many people are kicking it off right now. What are we doing? We're listing print ads, baby. That's what we're doing. It doesn't mean we can't participate in some party-like activities while listing. Beverages, food. I'm going to throw out a ridiculous comment and just feel free to comment back. Deviled eggs. What do we think? Pro, con? Deviled eggs. My wife brought home for some bizarre reason a nice, a tray of like 15 or so deviled eggs. Ice cold. They were refrigerated. She works across the street from this. It's actually an antique mall, really. It's called Booth's Corner here in Pennsylvania. And they have the Amish people come and they have all their fresh vegetables and meats and stuff. It's a beautiful place. But along with that, they have postcard booths and records and all that kind of stuff. And I usually hang out on Fridays. They're only open Friday and Saturday, unfortunately. And I usually go out there on Friday and meet my wife for lunch. And then we go across the street and then we pick around. Well, anyway, she brought home. We didn't go today because it was a very busy day at her job. So she stopped off on the way home and she picked me up for some bizarre reason a big tray of deviled eggs. And I got to admit, they were absolutely, I didn't eat all 15, but I ate a handful and absolutely delicious. I haven't had a deviled egg in a long time. In donkey's years, as they say. All right, here's a very, very cool 60s ad. So anyway, deviled eggs, what do you think? Let's see if we could do, I like using the cheesy things that they give you the option to do. So I'm going to do it. There's an official poll out there for everybody to enhance engagement and buy some time as I have to shrink another ad. See how I did that? It's called marketing, folks. No, I'm only kidding. But seriously, I do love deviled eggs, and it's one of those forgotten gems that if you don't, how often does one go out for a deviled egg? But that was kind of cool. She brought him home. Absolutely hit the spot, to be honest with you. I was starving and wolfed down about 4 or 5 halves of a deviled egg, which is what, 2 or 3 eggs? But they're really small, unfortunately. Which one was I going to pull up this one. We'll stay in the car ads for a little bit, just because they're kind of cool, especially in this period, 60s. This one is really, really cool. It almost has a, you'll see it in a minute, almost like a James Bondish kind of theme, slightly. Very 66, which I like. I like the style a lot. 100% on the deviled eggs. Good work. All right, let's try this again. There we go. There it is, guys. 66 ad, but it's advertising the brand new 67 Dodge Coronet. But check out the chick up top, kind of looking like a, like I said, almost like a Bond girl kind of thing. And apparently she's shooting darts. I don't know what she's doing. I guess it's darts at a dartboard. 67 Dodge Coronet. Let's take a look at the ad itself. Oh, hold on. I had some, I missed some feedback on my, well, I don't know why I missed it. I apologize, folks. Holding a scepter. Yes, indeed he was. Do I put bug? Yeah, VW bug is probably a good one. Jan, what is shaking? Ain't nothing but the leaves on a tree, as the song goes. Welcome aboard. Good to see you. No, bug is a good word, Winnicrow. Seriously, VW bug for the Beetle. I don't know if I had enough characters to throw that in, but that's not a bad idea at all. Depends on how they are made. Are we talking deviled eggs? Okay. On the few roads I traveled to the Ark, there were no cars on the road, almost nobody in the park. Wow. I'm sure you meant park there. You love deviled eggs. Okay, cool. Yeah, I was like, wow, you're traveling to an Ark? Are you trying to tell us something? It's time to get aboard the Ark? Honey West. From the king of Brandy to Honey West. Again, welcome, Jan. Yeah, that's a very cool retro ad. You know, just kind of cool. I like it. So let me do this again. We have a Dodge Coronet. I know we have a Dodge category, and there she is. Update print ad Dodge. It's original, as all of these ads are, by the way. 1966 Coronet. As discussed many times, but to reiterate for those who might not have heard, you always run into this every year, 66 or now or even earlier, way earlier. The car ads, they'll always start pushing the next model year, like, summer, late summer, early fall of the current year. So in this case, we're in 1966, but they're pushing the 67 Coronet. Well, that is Honey West. You don't say. Does it say it in the ad? Or you guys just recognize her? Because if so, that's kind of cool. Western TV show, right? And there's hey, Keith, welcome. Let's just do a little mopping up before we continue. As robots have invaded our show this evening. I almost think it's cool. It's like a sign. They only mess with the best. Just kidding. Yeah, I don't know how well the reporting functionality works, Winnicrow, just so you know, but just get rid of them if you can. Because they'll just keep coming back with a different name. It doesn't matter. Yeah, Secret Agent. But wasn't that like a Western Honey West? Or she's I don't remember. It wasn't a very long-lived show, right? You just got finished with your onboarding phone call. Oh, very cool, very cool. Congratulations. Hold on. Congratulations, Keith. You're approved. You'll get an email within a day or two remembering, of course, it's got to be 4th of July weekend. The same thing happened to me, man. I got approved on the Friday of Memorial Day weekend, or I had my no, I had my whatchamacallit. I submitted my request, my application on the Friday of Memorial Day, and the next day I was approved, or the day after I was approved during Memorial Day weekend. So hopefully you'll have the same luck with 4th of July. Congratulations. I thought I'd have to wait forever because it was a holiday weekend. 60s TV show, yes. Oh, she was a spy. Okay, like Secret Agent Man. She does look like Honey West. She looks like what's the name? Win a Crow from Peel or something. Oh my God, why do I not remember this name? The other spy show. The guy with the bowler hat. Can't think of his name. Well, let's see if it is Honey West. First of all, let us blow up this picture, and I will. This is from 66. When was that show? Was the show in 66? Reading the stuff at the bottom. This time aim high, set your sights on the Coronet's luxury and distinction, outstanding performance, blah, 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 blah. Coronet 500, this is, by the way. They don't make any reference to Honey West. Tired of halfway cars that missed the mark, aim for the Coronet. There's a nice blow up of her, guys. Can everybody say, hey, DePage, welcome aboard. Honey West had a big mole on the right side of her lip, per the image I'm looking at. The girl who played Honey West. Do we see that in this picture? That would be a kind of a telltale thing. We could also always go to $88. Congratulations. During my show? Marketplace? If so, spread the word about the good luck that I always provide for all my viewers. It's not the first time I've heard great stories like that. Emma Peel, exactly. Kind of like, the Avengers. There you go. Anne Francis is the actress, Rutan. I mean, if it's her, that's awesome. That's definitely something we're going to throw in the ad. I just don't see anything that in the wording that says either the Anne Francis or I was going to say Emma Peel or Honey West. Cool. I mean, what are they going to say? What was it a CC of? Oh, okay. This definitely deserves some investigation, right? I am not, again, I'm not going to keep flipping around to Google and stuff because I have about 18 windows open as we already, just by doing the show. So if anybody wants to take a second, maybe just look up, put her name in or Honey West, and then, see if she ever did an ad for Dodge. That would be helpful. The White House. Very cool. Congratulations. That's awesome. And again, guys, do check out Marketplace Boutique's YouTube channel. I subscribed to it a couple of days ago. Very, very nice videos. Is it Jody? I had trouble understanding your name when you said it. Is it Jolie or Jody, I think it was? Please let me know. Because I know you say your name in the beginning of the video, but I had trouble hearing it for some reason. But do check her out. Great stuff. I like the videos. Very nicely done. Honey West TV series 6566. Okay. And this is a 66 ad. So like I said, if somebody wants to take a second, maybe look up Anne Francis and see if she did any Dodge ads or car ads. Or if Dodge was a sponsor of the show, which is usually what happens with some of those things. You see that earlier with radio shows too. They'll have like a product that's sponsored, the Colgate blah, blah, blah hour from 1936, radio hour. You'd see that all the time where one company would sponsor an entire block of a radio show or a TV program. Yes, exactly. WannaCrow, I agree. Clearly. I had said foolishly kind of like a Bond girl looking thing, but sort of the same thing. You think that imitate, so you don't think it's actually her? Jody, okay, sorry about that. I wasn't sure. Jody. Wow, that is kind of weird. Anyway, go visit Jody, everybody. Marketplace Boutique, beautiful store. I like her stuff. Beautiful channel, I should say. The videos are really nice. Well done. Well filmed. Almost artsy looking, which I kind of dig. All right, so we think this is a play on the whole Honey West thing. Hey, there he is, Carl. Welcome. I had said Happy Canada Day earlier, but Dawn wasn't on yet. So Happy Canada Day back to you, Carl. And welcome aboard. Thanks for joining. I've missed your shows. Have you kind of stepped back a little bit from your listing shows? I haven't seen one in a while. I enjoy watching them. But happy Canada Day. And are you celebrating? And what does one do to celebrate Canada Day? Probably the same thing as, or similar to 4th of July, right? Food, beverages, every holiday. Let's get down to it. What do you really do? You eat and you drink. That's kind of what a holiday is, if you think about it. On Christmas, you open some presents, but every other one, same as us. Okay, cool. You step back until your listings get back. Oh, I definitely understand. Totally, man. I had started the show by saying that I'm going to say it again just for the new people that join. But today is day one of third quarter already, right? So I'm going to use this quarter. Actually, not the whole. Well, yeah, up until at least September, right? To list up a bunch of stuff and get myself hopefully in a good position so that when fourth quarter rolls around, I have a lot more items up, good quality items, not just volume of junk. And it starts kind of today. I know the temptation is to kind of hang out in the summertime, but I'm going to make a concerted effort here, and we should all make a concerted effort to get as many listings as we can up and be in a good place when fall rolls around, which will be all too soon. So welcome, Carl. Good to see you. Happy Canada Day to all my Canadian buddies. So the dilemma here is, do we say, what's her name? Honey, whatever her name is, Honey West. And she's shooting darts with a dart gun, which is kind of funny. Kind of digging the boots too. Did Honey West wear a dark outfit like that, like an all dark outfit? Winter Crow, I appeal to your sense of television knowledge. Anybody else who might remember the show or is familiar with it, or can look it up for me as I list. She drove an AC Cobra, so it's unlikely she'd be pushing a Dodge Coronet, right? So you think it's just a play on the success of that show? We could always put like Spy Girl. Let's figure out how to word this. Make sure I have all my specifics in first. She was usually wearing black. Okay, that's good, Rutan. Thank you. Kind of like what we see in this image. Same sort of thing, like head to toe all black. Because that's definitely what's going on with the girl in this ad. And she's got the blonde with the little flips down there. I call that the That Girl hairstyle. Remember That Girl? I don't recall, but Anne Francis did do car ads. Didn't do car. Okay, so we'll just say it's a kind of a play on that. Well, what do we know? We have Dodge Rebellion Operation 67. Rebellion Operation. Which is what I had said originally, Rutan, right? The Bond Girl kind of thing, or spy, or, I mean, any of those words are kind of interchangeable, I guess. I don't know if I want to put Bond Girl, but I kind of do like that. Spy, Girl, Bond. Again, don't have to have a sentence here. Style. That's a good thing, yeah, style. Dartboard, maybe? Should we put dartboard? Dartboard, one word. Apparently it is. Okay. Sexy blonde and boots. Star Wars. She can hit anything. Yeah, there you go. You know what? We really should put blonde. Sorry, but it's a great. It's a keyword that works. Spy, blonde, girl, dartboard, Bond Girl. Yes, that's very true. I guess I'm just going with that whole genre of the spy thing, the, like you said, the Emma Peel kind of thing, the Avengers kind of thing. Target, not dartboard. Okay. What else? Aim for Coronet 5. Oh, I really should put Coronet 500 as well. Aim for. Let's see. Let's put Coronet 500. But aim and target. That should be pretty much it. Gun, target, dots. Yeah. It's like suction cup darts, it looks like, right? If you look at the picture next to the target. I don't know if those are called anything different than just darts, but Marketplace Boutique asking if that's Anne Francis. We have not really determined whether it is or not. There's no indication in the ad itself that this is one Anne Francis. It could just be kind of a copy, capitalizing on the success of the whole genre, as we said, the spy thing, huge in the 60s, obviously, hugely popular. So I'm not sure, and I don't want to throw a name in there if it's not her. And you would think if it was, they would allude to that somewhere within the ad. It would say either catch Anne Francis every Wednesday night at 8 or whatever time the show was on. They would probably mention that if it was her. I think it's just kind of a girl that's supposed to be in the same vein as Anne Francis. All right, I'm going to list this one. We have a whole bunch of stuff, a whole bunch of keywords in here. Look pretty good to me. Gun instead of aim. How about dart gun? Or just dart gun? Not like that. All right, I'm going to let it rip. Again, car ad, $20. And there's 2 down pretty early. She was in Forbidden Planet. Oh, yeah, Anne Francis was? All right, guys, that's 2 from 66. I thought that was a cool ad. Definitely visually appealing, which is what you want. You have a visually appealing advertisement. Odds are it's going to sell for you. You have a visually appealing anything. Odds are it's going to sell for you. There's no doubt about the fact that most of these online things like eBay and Etsy, they're extremely photo-driven, photo-focused. People buy when they see something cool, and then they read afterwards. If they read at all, they'll probably read as part 2 of the equation, but the main thing is the visual. I guess we should bang out. Do we have another car ad? Should we just get rid of the car ads, everybody, in the beginning? Should we save one for later on? What do you think? Talk to me, people. Talk to me. And again, thank you, everybody, for showing up tonight. I'm pleasantly surprised that we have a decent crowd. I appreciate anybody who comes in, but I didn't know what to expect on a Friday night or 4th of July weekend. I thought it might be kind of quiet, but I appreciate you guys spending a couple of minutes with me, having a little fun. Anybody have any big plans for 4th of July? No, that's what I think I gave the population way too much credit, Jeff. I agree. Can they read? The few that can probably still choose not to. Most people just, I hate to say it, but it's true, especially if they use phones. It's just a mindless scrolling, blah, blah, and they look for something that looks pretty or popular or whatever. I don't know. I don't do that. I'm not a phone guy at all. I like them for the camera. That's what I use them for. And phone calls. All right, finished costs is Winnicrow. Finished costs is DePage. They insist they do. All right, we'll finish costs. Let me just make sure I only have one. One. I think I only have one. Yeah, I only have one left. And it is, of course, too big. Sorry, everybody. I should have fixed this before we started. I thought I did, but clearly I didn't. It won't take long. Resize this guy. I'd love to know what the parameters are. Like I never really saw anything that indicates an exact limitation as far as the size of these photos, but I seem to exceed it on a very regular basis because of that killer scanner I use, you see. All right, here we go. Take charge. Move up to Chrysler 67. Now, for comparison, right, to this previous one where we had all this intrigue of some sort of spy model kind of chick, now we have a very tame-looking ad with a white Chrysler with a girl just kind of sitting there with a head on her hand. Not a lot of visual appeal, personally. That's what I'm thinking. Unless people like the car a lot. There's not really. It's a very generic scene, kind of just sitting on a lawn with some trees and a girl leaning against the car. I mean, it is a convertible, so we're going to be using that word, obviously. Nice looking car and all. And this is apparently the Chrysler, what is it? The 440 TNT, of course, is what it is. So let us go into Chrysler. Bring it into the Chrysler category over on eBay. And let us do this. Chrysler original, multicolor, 66. Again, this one looks like it's pushing a 67 model, which is cool. Survey, not modified. US of A. Theme would be automobiles. And what did we say this brand is, or this model is? The 440 TNT. Anybody ever have this car? Anybody remember this car? 440 TNT. I'm going to say right out of the gate, we're going to put white convertible. Color is nice to throw in for just about anything that you can put a color name in. It's, people do certainly collect colors and color items, and red is for some reason the most popular color when it comes to advertising. I think I hear the pitter-patter of Mrs. Flippett's oncoming. Shh, don't let her hear me. And this guy just keeps, oh, guy. We say guy. This robot just keeps coming back. All right, sorry, everybody. White convertible. I think we got him. Don't forget convertible. I didn't even notice the last one was a convertible. Thanks for pointing that out, Winnicrow. But I did. Hopefully, I made amends here. What else? Let's pull up the picture because you're looking at some wording. Hold on. Okay. How would you guys describe this? How would you market this? I could read a little bit. It says take charge, move up. I mean, that was, again, when in doubt, we could absolutely do that. Right, take charge or move up. Chrysler Newport models, full size. Full size, maybe we'll put in there. They reference, like, I guess they reference a whole bunch of different models here. It's not just the one that I put in, the 440 TNT. But then you also have, what else? The Newport Customs, the New Yorkers, the Town and Country Wagons, all being referenced here. Sporty outdoor land boat. Definitely outdoor, I would say. A little to argue with over there. The outdoor. All right, take charge. That's their little catchphrase. Take charge. Outdoors. There you go. Done. A lot to work with this one. She is not here. She came down for a moment, whispered to me something, and crept back upstairs. It is this one a V8? It does say V8 in the ad, right? I think it said V8. Yeah, V8. Not bad, especially since we have 2 characters left. Well done. Thank you, Jody. Appreciate it. Bam. Now we have all of the 80 characters filled. So that's always a great thing when it comes to listing. All right. That's another one out the door. We are rocking and rolling tonight. How'd the cookies go at her work? Oh, please, like gangbusters, Winnicrow. They were devoured. Thanks for asking. Yeah, she brought a tray in for a viewing that they were having. And as always, not a crumb was left. Alrighty, guys. That will finish the car ads for this evening's festivities. Some might sigh a bit of relief, and some might say, oh, shucks, I wish we had more car ads. But to the person who asked earlier, I apologize, the name escapes me right now, but asking about 80s ads or whatever, 80s magazines. Like I said, car ads, universal, any decade where a car exists, they go really well. So always get in there and list your car ads if at all possible. And let me delete this one. And you know what? I'm going to be proactive here and take a chance on, so we're not stuck again with having to resize a photo. I'm going to go ahead and watch. Of course, this one won't need resizing, but I'm going to do it anyway, just in case, so we're not wasting time. We are at 7 o'clock already here. So there's an hour in the bank. Okay, we'll put this one in. I like this ad. This is kind of cool. You will see it momentarily, everybody. Okay, next up for your consideration will be none other than an Admiral television set featuring, for 1966, extremely state-of-the-art, a remote control. Or as it's billed here, the new Admiral 7-button solid-state color sonar remote control. It changes channels, controls tint and color intensity, has a separate on-off and volume control, so you can turn your set on and off without disturbing your volume level. All really nice enhancements right there. Nice looking set, if you ask me. Actually, there's 3 different sets, it looks like. You have the Carlton, you have the Stewart, the Admiral Christmas Special, the Parker 295 square inch color TV stereo FM AM radio. Wow. A complete color home entertainment center for $795. Exactly, where they literally made the click sound. It's a groovy ad. I like it a lot. Let's get it up. Admiral television. Goes into, there's no television, advertisement television category, much to my chagrin. So I put it in this communication utilities. You can also put it in household items, but I do have a television category within my store, which I will place this in. And we will take care of our little specifics. Original brand is, what is this? Admiral. Stone 66. It's multicolor. It has not been modified. It's from the United States. And the theme would be television, truth be told. But I'm going to put this back to my normal pricing scheme. Remembering, of course, that I am doing a sale on all of my advertisements this weekend. Hold on. Kelly has a question or a comment. TV on. Popeye says that attracts buyers, at least in postcards. Having a TV on attracts, or just putting the word TV? I'm not sure what you mean, Kelly. Do you mean putting the word TV? Which I usually do. I put television on TV. Whole TV remote, 3 styles, one television. Oh, absolutely. Beautiful furniture, too. We used to polish my TV with Pledge. Mom did. Mother did, I should say, right? Mother was always polishing. Even when TVs, Mother was never actually sat down and watched the program, but she would be busy, hard at work, polishing. The TV is on in the ad. Oh, the fact that it's on, I gotcha. Cool. That's an interesting push on it. Putting TV on in the title. There are people who collect items that have a TV. Very, very cool, Kelly. I did not know that. So we will, without further ado, TV on. Thank you. It is indeed on all of the pictures too, right? Again, we almost have like a spy-looking chick here again. We have some unknown castle. And we have a gentleman with a white beard. TV with something on the screen definitely sells photo size. That's awesome, man. Yeah, Poppy, I'm sure he has no problem taking that credit. And again, I appreciate you bringing it up, though. Kelly, I did not know that. I had not heard that that was a thing. However, now that I know that, it has been noted. I was going to grab a pen that doesn't exist, but I always have a pen here. I don't know why I don't have my pen, but I will remember that. TV on is now in my title. Thank you for that again. Remote control, obviously, but it's not just called a remote control. It's called a solid state color sonar remote is actually what it's called. Solid state color What was it called? Hold on. I just read it and I forgot already. Color sonar remote. Let's put sonar. I like that. Solid state color sonar remotes. Kind of cool. TV on, guys, huh? That's the big draw here. Love it. Expensive item. Once again, where's my CJ? He's still CJ's always lurking, so I know he's still there. CJ's usually one to who calculate for us and adjust pricing based upon inflation. So if you can give me 1966 numbers, $795, which is a lot of money still, in $66, what would that translate to today for a TV set? A boatload, I'm sure. Keyboard covered with postcards. Yeah. Very cool, man. Thank you. Yeah, TV on in motel rooms. This isn't necessarily a motel room, but everybody is saying, just to put the simple phrase TV on, which I have done. Yeah, really. Is it underwater sonar? That's funny. Well, anyway, that's a cool ad, isn't it, guys? I like that one very much. I had this exact. Do you guys see on the photo on the right, the largest TV? You see how there's like that grill with the red flannel kind of thing, like speaker cover? I had that exact. I didn't have the exact television, but we had that too on both sides, stereo. The crisscross wooden thing with like a red carpet kind of effect underneath it, exactly like mine used to be. That's kind of cool to see that. All right, let us list this one. We are really plowing through, which is a good thing. I'm going to say it again. I probably say it on every show, but it's true. I am starving. Yes, I had a couple of deviled eggs a little while ago, but that's really all I've had. And a grown boy like myself requires more food. On a Friday on 4th of July weekend. Only Mrs. Flippett was here to listen to me. But you see, the problem is, don't tell her I told you this, but I'm the cook. She doesn't cook anything. She bakes up a storm, but she doesn't cook. She can't boil water. I cook everything. And she would admit that she can't either. Whereas I am actually a chef, trained chef. I was, anyway. But I don't feel like cooking tonight. You can't. Installing the steps on your deck. No problem, CJ. Safe to say, $795 from 1966 is going to be worth a heck, probably a couple thousand easily now. A lot of money for a TV. I think we'd all agree on that. Speaking of which, I think we have another. It's hard to say if it's a TV or not. It might be a radio or stereo. GE. Yes, look at this. Console stereo. Here's another ad. It's a shame this is in black and white. It does create like a mood and stuff, but that would be a really nice image. It says it's Scandinavian console stereo was designed some 4,500 miles from Copenhagen. As you're about to sit down and have a delicious grilled dinner, huh? Enjoy. Save me some. Kind of nice though, guys, right? This is a basically a stereo. Nice big. Also looking like a nice piece of furniture. General Electric stereo. Console stereo. Well, I have a question for everybody, totally unrelated to the ads. I have a Whatnot thing going too. Done a few, done I think 6 shows at this point. And I go back and forth. I have done some print ad shows. I've done some record shows. I'm mixing it up. I'm not just gonna like be pigeonholed into one thing on Whatnot. I want to kind of do different things. And this brings me to my question: do any of you guys have any interest in CDs anymore? I do sell them on eBay, and pretty well, for a fraction, of course, of what I paid for them 20 years ago. But with that said, they still sell pretty well. And there's that whole everything is old is new again kind of philosophy with younger people that probably think CDs are like nostalgic or whatever. And I was just curious because I'm thinking of there's only a few shows that I've seen on Whatnot that does CDs. I have a ton of them. And I'm thinking of potentially doing a little CD show. I was just curious if anybody out there do you think I'm nuts? Do you think it's a stupid thing to sell or try to sell? Curious. Let me know. Let me know your thoughts. I really would appreciate that. I'm going to put this in radio only because, again, for one's interest in CDs is to sell them. I have way too many. Yeah, I know, exactly. And they've been given a bad rap. I mean, I don't want to go off again on a 20-minute tangent, but long story short, I very well remember when they came out, and I had tons of records prior to that. I think we talked about this on another show. And when I first started getting into CDs, I was very disappointed in the sonic quality. They were tinny, they were very high-endy, they didn't have any warmth. I didn't like them. But like most people, I wound up buying, and I wound up rebuying tons of albums that I've had forever before that on CD, and they were like really expensive. A double CD, like for example, the White Album or Physical Graffiti Zeppelin album on CD was like $30 when it came out. It's a lot of money, and now you're lucky if you can get $5 or $6 for them on a double disc, which is disgraceful. But with that said, yeah, I have quite a few, and I have sold a bunch on eBay. I usually lot them up, like 4 or 5 of a specific type of music or a specific band or whatever on eBay. And but now, revisit, like everything, right? You revisit, and I have a nice little setup right here. Actually, I have my record player. I have a CD player here still, and they really sound good. I mean, there's certain CDs that if they're mastered well and they're not overly compressed, they blow away MP3s and all that nonsense. They blow away streaming sound-wise. There's no comparison. CDs have a lot more texture to them sonically than does the streaming nonsense. I'm not a streaming fan at all. And so like part of me just wants to keep them. I'm thinking, you know what? I love this stuff. But I have some cool CDs. I have some pretty like one-off things that aren't easily accessible anymore. And I'm sure now you could type anything on YouTube and listen to it or whatever other thing you look at. But I'm thinking of possibly doing long story short, I'm thinking of possibly doing a CD auction. Or maybe sneaking them in along with the vinyl thing. I don't know if that's frowned upon, though. And the vinyl people might say, wait a minute, what are you doing throwing the Devil's CD in there? Anyway, just curious what you guys think. They're not as bad as you think, but they're not as good as they should have been. That's my summary on CDs. But I do think, just like everybody thought albums were going to be dead and they've come back with a vengeance, who knows, in 10 more years now people are going to say, oh, CDs are now this novelty thing. And then I'll be mad if I gave them all away for $5 a piece and they wind up exploding like records that, can't win, right? You want to be on the right side of that curve sometimes. Let me just fill out specifics on this ad. We have a stereo, basically, from General Electric. This is a black and white advertisement. This is General Electric. I'll read the comments in a second, everybody. I just wanted to finish this. I saw a couple of quick little comments, but I really would like to know what everybody thought, because I don't want to waste my time putting them up if nobody has any interest at all. I don't mean you guys necessarily. I mean a sampling of the public in general. Like, are they junk? They do sell on eBay, for what it's worth. I did a video about that. That's what my Beatles always, of course. Beatles CDs sell. Beatles everything sells. But and I'm not talking about newer. Like, I'm talking about from mostly 80s for me, and I guess some 90s too I have. As far as when they came out. Why am I in utilities? Hang on one second. Oh, I'm in radio. Okay. All right. We do have, indeed, we do. We have a General Electric console stereo. And I just want to read a little bit about it. This is called the Kalmar, Kalmar stereo. Scandinavian look to it. And this one is $150, which seems like a deal. The Kalmar comes equipped with Portify. The optional speaker system plugs into any outlet in the house. No wires to follow you around, just sound. That is awesome. Isn't that cool? You could plug in a portable speaker into any outlet and it would play the music. That is pretty... Is that Bluetooth way before there was Bluetooth? That's awesome. All right, well, we got Scandinavia mentioned. We got Copenhagen. And when the brand, the model of this stereo is called the Kalmar, Kalmar, General Electric, Kal, one I have not heard of. Scandinavia is going to fill out a whole bunch of characters. I can't spell. Scandinavia, is it E? A and E always gets me. How about it's an I? That's why. It's those damn vowels. Scandinavian. Scandinavian. Oh, yeah. All right, let me look at some comments. Marketplace rubbing it in the fact that she's going to eat and I'm sitting here struggling. Thanks a lot. I appreciate it. But still check out her channel anyway. You had one console record player radio. My sister got it for 70. That's awesome. 321 Volkswagen? Don't know what that means. Interested? Yeah, I know exactly. Rootin' artist CD lots might work on one. Yeah, exactly. I was thinking definitely lots Rootin', not one-offs. Right, like here's 5 Who CDs or 5 whatever. Also genre, like I'll do like I did this on eBay with some success. I'll put like punk records CDs, you know, or new wave CDs or country CDs. But artist specific is good too. Absolutely. You sell them at your shop too. Okay, cool. So they still do sell. I think people still bought them. I'm sure it can't hurt to get. Yeah, exactly, Kelly. That's my thought. But like I said, I don't want to. I don't know. Not that it's a waste of time. The beauty of Whatnot is you can abandon ship in 30 seconds if you want. You know, if you have like 50 lots prepped and your first 5, nothing happens. You know, you can just say goodnight, everybody, and leave. You don't have to like stand there like a fool, which is kind of cool. The usual pop rock. Metal. Oh, yeah. Metal discs you having success with? What? That was going to be my first lot. God almighty. Yeah, Streisand. Beautiful voice, but yeah, I know what you mean. No Air Supply either, right? My poor wife, she loves Air Supply. God bless her. She's the one that likes them. And we were in Epcot a couple years ago in Disney, and for the Flower and Garden Festival, they have a concert series. Well, they have a bunch of concert series now, but at the Flower and Garden specifically, they had a concert series. And we had no idea, but we're walking through Epcot World Showcase, and what do we hear? Here I am, the one that, you know, bellowing through the streets of Epcot, you hear sweet sounds of Air Supply, right? So she goes, run. She goes, no, are they really there? And I acted like I knew, and it was a surprise for her. But we ran over to the pavilion where they have the music. And when I tell you, and I'm not usually mean to people, but they were, and my wife, we walked out after one song. They were so bad. It's just the 2 guys really, and then a studio band, right? Some of the worst live singing I've ever heard in my life. It was painful. It was embarrassing, and I really felt bad for them, especially the blonde guy who sings the lower parts. He was just awful. So anyway, I don't mean to shoot anybody down that's an Air Supply fan, but my poor wife was shattered because she really loved them. It was like a dream to see a free concert for somebody that she's always wanted to see. Absolutely horrible. Like they had no right being on stage. It was literally humiliating. And of course, Intense Echo loves Air Supply. Yeah, well, you did. Trust me. You don't if you see them live now. Yeah, I don't know if it's older or whatever it is. They're just unfortunately completely out of tune and just terrible. And I'm a musician, and I feel for people, and I understand. You know, not everybody can preserve their voice well, especially the little guy with the curly hair. He had a phenomenal voice. Saw a video of them currently. Oh yeah, you saw a video. I'm telling you, the real experience while walking around Epcot was. Oh yeah, yeah, absolutely. Oh, Food and Wine is awesome, Popeye. Absolutely. My wife and I are pass holders, and we go literally like 20 times a year at least. I used to live in Florida. I worked in Disney for a little while, so I used to go all the time then. But yeah, Food and Wine is awesome. Yeah, they have good shows. It's a lot of has-beens, sadly. It's just true. All the concert series. They got like Taylor Dane comes out. They wheel her out for a Food and Wine. Who has really one song. It's always like bands like that. They have What's Left of Jefferson's Starship, which is kind of sad. They were just there last October when we went. Yeah, exactly. Records actually are better. Oh, you going October? We're going to be there in October too, for sure, for Food and Wine. Maybe we'll see you, John. Oh, cool. Where do you stay usually? What's your home resort? We love the Beach Club. Well, we've stayed in just about everyone. I worked in Grand Floridian for a little while in back office operations. But we love Beach Club now. That's our new like home, if you will. Love the Beach Club. Saunter right into Epcot. Oh yeah, Animal Kingdom Lodge. Cool. Very cool. Yeah, maybe we'll see you, man. I don't know the exact week we're going. We haven't booked it yet because of airfare being obscene right now. I'm trying foolishly to wait a little while. But we're probably looking because of my show schedule, like the 16th-ish is probably when we'd be there. It's a beautiful property, but it's so far away from everything. That's the one thing that stinks about the whole animal kingdom. Any resort in that area, like the All Stars and all that stuff, they're just too far off the beaten path for most people. Boardwalk is awesome too, absolutely. Bay Lake Tower, cool, sure. I could talk Disney all day, Popeye. Me too. That's why I love Beach Club. Same with Boardwalk, but I love Beach Club, being able to literally just walk right in. Even not so much walking in. The best feeling in the world is after a long day at Epcot, especially if you're eating and drinking and having a good time, and it's 9, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock. Sometimes you can stay. It's so great to just literally walk through the International Gateway and go right to your room in like 5 minutes. That's a beautiful thing. We're there from the 15th. Oh, very cool. Okay. I think that's the week we're going. Very cool, man. Really, I will. But as we get closer, I'll let you know. That'd be cool, man. We could hang out somewhere. Oh, without question. And Yacht Club. Not the Boardwalk, though. That's the one downside. The Boardwalk does not share that. It's just Beach and Yacht Club. It's a walk-in sand pool. Yeah, man, absolutely. What's your favorite pavilion to go in World Showcase? Germany with a big old stein of beer. We like the UK. The fish and chips are delicious at the UK. I love sitting there and hanging out too. Any other Disney people out there? If you have any questions, I fancy myself a Disney expert. I worked there a while. Been going since they opened. I was like 5 years old when they opened Disney World in '71, and we went that year. And I went every year in the '70s with my family on vacation. We used to go once a year, and then the '80s I kind of got lost because we didn't go a lot because I was in high school in the beginning and started working and everything. I didn't get to go to Disney from like '80 until '89. All of a sudden, when I was working a few years, and I took it was pretty cool. I took some neighbors' kids who had never been, and I was like, the hotshot working guy, and I took them down for a trip, which was really nice. And then '90s, I was too busy raising kids. And then around 2005 is when I started working there. It's a beautiful place, but you can't earn a living working at Disney trying to raise a family. I'll tell you that. It was the only people that worked at Disney really were college kids or 80-year-olds, 75, 80-year-olds who were retired and had their money. It was impossible to be like 40 with 5 kids and trying to earn a living in Disney, unfortunately. But it was a great place and a great experience. Let me list this ad. If anybody else has any Disney questions, comments, concerns, let me know. Love talking Disney. Annual trip, monthly trip, Winnicrow. Bi-monthly trip for us. If we had our druthers. Unfortunately, I can't right now because of the show schedule with the Beatle Band. But as John said, October is a prime month. It's a great, great month to go. Food and Wine Festival, all the decorations for Halloween, which starts in like a month, pathetically. That's ridiculous. They start decorating like around August 15th for the Halloween party, and Magic Kingdom's all decked out in Halloween. So you basically get 2 full months of Halloween, which is just too much. The middle of August when it's 110 degrees and, they're singing Boo to You and Trick or Treat. It's kind of weird, to be quite frank about it. All right. Well, there is another ad in the books. Let me make sure I think I hit enter. Yes, I did. Let me go back and read some comments because I was yapping. You like Mexico? That's cool. You know about the little secret tequila bar in the corner, right? By where the bathrooms are? Oh my goodness. There you go. Oh, cool. Oh yeah, it was absolutely ridiculous. And I didn't work in like the parks or anything, like, not to be, it wasn't anything fancy, but I worked at the Grand Floridian, what's called back office operations, which basically means it was room ops. It's like you assigned rooms to guests. So you made more than like the kids that were walking the floor and the front desk and all that, but still not a lot. And then I worked in the reservation center, which had potential to make good money because as our idiot is returned, so Did you get them already, Winter Crow? Thank you very much. The reservation center, they call it the DRC, Disney Reservation Center. There's a commission component to it, so you had to answer the phone. Everybody calling up to book a Disney vacation, and you had to spend an hour and a half on the phone with people. Only at the very end of the conversation, after you've quoted them 15 different hotel rooms and ticket combinations and booked 20 dining reservations, have them say, "I'm going to talk to my husband about it. I'll call you later." And the downside of that is you just had to smile and say, "Oh, thank you." And if they called back, the new agent that picks up the phone gets all the credit. You do all that work. You build what's called a household, and you put all the specifics in. And if Madge does talk to her husband and they decide it's a green light to go stay at Grand Floridian for $10,000 for a week, the agent that picks up the phone gets the commission on the whole package. So that was some Bolshevik, and I didn't like that. So I didn't stay. You've never been 680? Recently sold 6. Oh, yeah, sure. That's cool. And John sold me recently a Disneyland postcard lot, which is cool. Oh, yeah, and it's finally back this year, John. It's not that watered down version they did last year. Hey, Deal Finder, welcome aboard. Oh, you worked for Eastern Airlines. Did you get discounts through them? That was the official airline of Walt Disney World forever, especially from New York. Everybody used to go on Eastern. They had what was the ride? Eastern Airlines sponsored a ride in Magic Kingdom. If you had wings, remember that, John? Remember that? Have you been going a long time, John? Like since the 70s? Yes, he says, but I'm not sure what the yes was in reference to. But anyway, I can't wait. Yeah, we're going to be back. I can't go July. I can't go August because of my show schedule, my Beatles show schedule. But we'll be back in September, and definitely October, and probably September for at least a couple of days. Got to get our fix. If I go a month or two without being there, we can't handle it. Just telling you the truth. Everybody has their vices, right? That's our big vices. We go to Disney. We love it. All right, guys. What do we have left here? Stereo. Some cool things tonight. Nice hodgepodge of advertising, right? Not all cars, not all food. In fact, have we had any food yet? That's a shock. Usually we have tons of food. Speaking of food, where is Omnipresent Dawn? Nope, this isn't the ad I wanted to show. We'll do that next. I wanted to show Dawn Wright this ad. And it's too big. Let's nudge Omnipresent Dawn quickly. We have a Canadian related in honor of Canada Day, which I hate to admit this, but I had no knowledge of until yesterday when I was given a lesson in Canada Day and what it represents. I was saving a Canadian ad. Omni absent. Yeah, I know. What's going on with that? It's unacceptable, actually. The night we need her with all these crazy comments coming through. She's awesome at that kind of stuff. She is a absolute assassin of all things robot related. She's a sniper. She gets rid of them before I see them usually. All right, let's resize this guy a little bit. Well, Carl, you still around? There he is, on command. Again, happy Canada Day. Filling in for Dawn tonight will be Carl, the lazy reseller. And in honor of Carl and all his fellow countrymen, I present to you a 1966 Canada Dry Ginger Ale advertisement. That's right. Oh, Canada. That's all the only words I know. Dun, 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 dun. You have the tremendous combination of an ice-cold Canada Dry Ginger Ale paired with bugles, daisies, and whistles. All corn snacks with lots of salt and oil. Some good stuff right there. Cheers, Carl. Memphis Blazer, welcome. Thank you very much for joining. Spend a little time tonight. as we kick off 4th of July weekend here in the United States of America, as we celebrate Canada Day in the nation to our northern border. Call representing the entire country, now in French. Oh, no. Wouldn't even try it. You know what French I know? Bonsoir. That's what I know. And Il Nage. I had bugles are good. You guys ever try what the heck is the program that everybody was using for learning a new language? Rosetta Stone. I had the whole French, like 1 through 6 of Rosetta Stone a few years ago. And that's what I remember. Il Nage. Il Bois. Boogaloos, the rear and everybody. Yeah, they're still out, aren't they? The bugle, they're just like a twist of corn, right? I like those. A lot of salt on them. Paired very well with a ice cold Canada Dry. Let me just tell you. I don't know that. Either do I. You're on the receiving end of a bad shipping. Hold on. Bought a hardback book on eBay. Received it today, and the entire corner was on. That stinks, Memphis Blazers. Sorry to hear that. Did you contact the seller to indicate and express your unhappiness with them? You call what Fritos? Fritos are Fritos, though. You call Bugles Fritos? Fritos are corn chips made by Frito-Lays, right, Winnicrow? And Bugles are now made by the Chex Mix people. There you go. Yeah, how did this? That's awful. Colorado Kool-Aid. What's that, Deal Finder? It's like a hard cider kind of thing. Throw a little something in the Kool-Aid. Yeah. Oh, never mind. Okay. Yeah, they're cones. Exactly. They're like these little spinning cones. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. They're great for dip because they literally are they're literally a cone. Like it looks like a tornado almost. They have a big gap in the middle and you can scoop up anything you want. A little sour cream and onion dip. Deal Finder now teaching me that a Colorado Kool-Aid is in fact a can of Coors. There you go. I should have known that. That's a shame. And you really have no recourse at that point. I guess you could file a claim with USPS, could you not? Theoretically. Good luck with that, but that's a shame. Sorry to hear that. All right, yeah, let's take a look. I have not heard of they all look very scoopable, actually. The whistles basically look like rigatonis. It looks like it's a hole on one end, hole on the other side. The daisies are just kind of like a nice scoop. Also phenomenal for dip, I would think. Then you got your bugles. Call saying going after the seller. You got to go after the seller regardless. Oh, they gave you a refund. Yeah. It's nice, but you wanted the book, right? Like, I don't know how you guys feel about this stuff. Depending on the money, obviously, the amount of money. If it's just like a fairly reasonable price, like I wanted the item. I didn't want my $20 back, you know? It's still readable, but not collectible. Yeah, that stinks. Are you going to take it to USPS and say, what have you done? It's impossible. How do you prove it, right? At this point, how do you prove that they mangled it, as you said? All righty. Well, this is actually going to have some dinner. Another one with the dinner. Killing me, Karen. I'm only kidding. Enjoy your dinner. Happy 4th to you, too. Hope you have a great weekend. Let me put this. This is actually Canada Dry. We're talking about all these snacks, but it's kind of a parallel ad with these other products. Who's making all these things? Let me see if it says anything at the bottom. Careful, it says careful, in your rush to crunch into the lip-smacking goodness of bugles, whistles, and daisies, don't accidentally eat the coupon inside each foil wrap pack. It's good for 10 cents off a 6-pack of Canada Dry Ginger Ale, the sparkling flavor meet to the tastiest trio of snacks ever. Oh, it's General Foods is who's making these snack foods. So we're going to do kind of a combo. Canada Dry is definitely the main one, though, so Canada Dry. In honor of ever-present Dawn and Call Laser Reseller chiming in for the entire country of Canada. Present to you Canada Dry Ginger Ale. It does have its own category, which is kind of cool. Advertising soda, Canada Dry. Highly collectible. People did Canada Dry ads. You don't see them that often. which is probably part of why they're collectible. Nowhere on the par with Coca-Cola or anything like that. I have a strange feeling Omnipresent Dawn will again be present shortly. That's what I'm hearing from my spies in Canada. Cool ad though. It's always cool when you can combine two different. You got obviously the Canada Dry, and then you have General Foods snacks incorporated into one ad. I like that. I saw a yikes from Winter Crow, so that definitely requires some investigation. And it's obvious they don't care. Oh, that's a given, absolutely. They being the post office, right? Sold a couple of plastic model engines. Post office destroyed the package, but you can't use their insurance unless you can prove the cost. Receipts, hundreds of that. That is awful. Absolutely awful. Oh, yeah. And blow into it? That's kind of funny. It is a nightmare. Oh, agreed. Especially high dollar stuff. It is a gamble. You're at the mercy of others, following through and caring. And unfortunately, it's all too obvious that most people don't, especially the ones that work in these places. They're miserable. They don't want to be there. To which I always want to say, you don't have a gun at your head that says you have to be working in the post office, do you? But anyway, drives me nuts. Omnipresent Dawn is kind of a funny girl. Okay. Well, we have the big three, right? We got bugles, daisies, and whistles. I guess they all need to be. Let's see if we can fit everyone. General Foods, which we may or may not leave in. General Foods. I would say, personally for me, bugles are the only ones I'm familiar with. So I'm going to put them first. Bugles. I think we might fit all these guys. Daisies and whistles, maybe not. Daiseys. Blow off the old and whistles. We're not going to fit them all, are we? One character short. So we blow off General Foods. Like GF, maybe. Because that's their little thing, isn't it? Soda pop. Well, we already have ginger ale in there. Snacks is going to be the word we use. We're going to put that before. We're going to put GF snacks. So it's General Foods snacks. Got all three in there. You got General Foods, sort of, even though it's abbreviated. You got ginger ale. Gen Foods. I won't have enough room for that either, Winter Crow, unfortunately. Because I definitely want to get the three snacks in there, Do they have Funyuns in? Oh, is that just are they called Funyuns? Just like a corn meal circle with onion powder on it, onion ring kind of things, if that's what I'm thinking of. Beverage ads. Let me fix my store category here. Take a look again, everybody. I love the green glass. The green bottles are very cool. Yeah, I like those things too. Memphis Plays are delicious, actually. Really good. Whatever that powder is that they throw on there. Let's hope there's some onion in there. Dried onion powder, maybe garlic or something. They're incredibly, I could eat a whole bag in about 10 minutes. There she is. I've been saving this ad for you. Welcome to the show, Omnipresent Dawn. Now the world is in its right orbit again. Thank God. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, did you guys see? I don't know if it's still the case. Let me check really quick. I had joked earlier in the day with some friends of mine, including Omnipresent Dawn, that my subscriber count was a very Krylov-friendly number. And yes, we are still in that same 666. That can only be a good thing, right? Krylov approves of my subscriber count right now. Yep, she's here. Memphis Blazer. All is well in the world again. And again, happy Canada Day to Carl was holding down the fort for you. Yeah, the pressure's off Carl now. Carl was representing an entire country for the last 15, 20 minutes as we've been discussing this ad. But the pressure is now off. Carl can kick back. Finally, breathe a sigh of relief. All is well. Omnipresent Dawn is back. Well, anyway, Dawn, I know you're a relatively younger woman than at least a lot of us that are on here, and that's a good thing. But do you have any memories of any of these snacks, Dawn? Bugles are the only ones all of us remember. Daisies and whistles. They're all basically different forms of cornmeal and salt and oil in different shapes. Not saying that that's not a delicious combination. Zero nutrition, but hey, I don't think you're looking for a nutritional meal if you're having Bugles and Canada Dry Ginger Ale. Carl, thank you for your service. That's right. The nation is proud, Carl. Instead of a bat, it's a spotlight with a maple leaf. Exactly. Hoser. Yeah, we talked about did anybody look up? Carl, were you in this conversation? Do you remember Dr. Demento, Carl? Radio program. I'm sure it was beamed into Canada because they did a whole skit, didn't they? What was the skit, guys? The song with Geddy Lee doing with somebody. It was on, I forgot what the song is called already. Geddy Lee did some kind of radio skit with somebody saying hoser or whatever, a whole song about it. Go to the Great White North or something. And it used to be on a program called Dr. Demento, at least in the States, that I used to listen to all the time when I was in high school. We had a whole conversation about that a couple of weeks back. I don't know if you guys had that in Canada, though. You still have Bugles? Oh, okay. Yeah. All right, cool. Because we haven't heard of the other ones. Please do. Can you? I insist, as a matter of fact, Jody. Why don't you go and do that right now? And thank you. And everybody, again, go check out Jody on Marketplace Boutique. I really do like your channel a lot. And I hope everybody checks it out. You have vague memories in general? Yeah, this was like 81. I was in high school. Take off. Yeah, go to the Great White North. I remember all that, but I didn't realize it was and who were the guys that did that? Like, they were from SCTV or something, right? You were saying? Here we go. I should have remembered this. Yes, please. I appreciate it, Marketplace. Bob and Doug McKay. That's it. Yeah. Rick Moranis. Yes. I don't know who Dave Thomas is other than the Wendy's guy. But Rick Moranis, I do remember. Demento and Weird Al. Yeah, sure. And Weird Al's songs were always on Dr. Demento's show. Pac-Man Fever. And that was the first one I think I remember of his. There was a Space Invaders song, too. You're welcome. Thank you for your nice channel. Aesthetically, we talk about this a lot with the ads. Aesthetically pleasing. Your channel has an aesthetically pleasing feel to it. All right, then you should remember Memphis Blazer. Do you remember that? Depending on where you grew up, do you remember Dr. Demento radio program? I think it was syndicated through the country. I used to love that. It was a big hoot. I'm not gonna make Winter Crow upset again, but there was some kind of funny songs. One of which was "Dead Puppies," which we won't discuss anymore. Fish Heads. You were 9 in 81. Okay, but it doesn't mean you don't remember. Did Dr. Demento ever play Wesley Willis? I don't remember that, Rutan. And what was the other one? Pencil Neck Geek was another song with the guy, the wrestling guy. Yup, Roly Poly Fish Heads. You remember that call, right? Eat them up, yum. I took a fish head out to see a movie. Didn't have to pay to get him in. I remember that. Roly Poly. And the Coming to Take Me Away, which is just a legendary song, which Winter Crow actually has a copy of on the 45, I think you said, right, Winter Crow? Rock and Roll McDonald's. Truth is, I only know the Fish Head song because of The Simpsons. Didn't know it was on The Simpsons. Birmingham, Alabama. They didn't have anything to do with the Demento. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, just a silly guy who had like a syndicated radio program, and he would play all these wacky songs. Again, the first time I ever heard "Grandma Got Run Over by a Reindeer" was on. It was a new song, and it was on his show. Weird Al was always on his show. Freddie Blassie, right? That's the guy who did the Pencil Neck Geek song. What else? Oh, who used to have a really good song that was on there was whatchamacallit, the legendary, the comedies, Up in Smoke. Cheech and Chong had a song on there too. Hey man, that's my record or something that I can't remember the name. Huh? You can't get the game book. Don't remember any of the songs. Let's get some memories Friday, but well, that's okay. That's the third thing to go, right? You got Napoleon 14th mono LP sitting right there. Beautiful. What's it go for on the old eBay? Want a crow? Oh, sure. Well, the Disco Duck thing and all, right? Rick Dees. He played Diva. Yes, exactly. He played those kind of people. She already came and went, Dawn. She's frustrated because she can't get a game she wants to play to work, and she's trying to solicit my help. But I'm busy doing a televised program for all you fine folk. He played the Waitresses. Yeah, exactly. The Waitresses were on there too. Sure. Yep. All those kind of bands. You got it for $10. Cool. Is it worth anything on Discogs or on eBay? Like worth more than $10 anyway? I love that song. All right, guys. Do we have all? Yeah, we did. Let's list this one so I don't lose the draft here. But that's kind of cool, right? And again, oh Canada. Bam. Let's list this one. Beautiful condition. That's awesome. It must sound great. Used to hear like Purple People Eater. They used to play on Dr. Demento. All those like wacky songs, fun songs. And it exposed, like, again, you could look it up. Anybody wants to look it up. I'm pretty sure Weird Al was kind of not discovered necessarily on his show, but he was very early on in his career. He was featured quite a bit on Dr. Demento. I think he made a name for himself on that. That's how I remember it. Here's a brand we mentioned a few shows back. Pull it in. Hopefully it's not too big. All right, this one's not too big. You bought it to keep. Beautiful. Good. Remember you talked about Swanson a couple of shows ago, and everybody was saying, I remember Swanson as a TV dinner. Well, there you go. And tell me that's not the dreaded Salisbury steak. You guys remember Salisbury steak in a TV dinner? Never knew what a Salisbury steak was. But it's always in a TV dinner. And there you go. You got your little, I don't know what that is. Oh, it says Pepperidge Farm Blueberry Muffin. You got your peas, your Salisbury steak, and your fries. What else do you need? TV dinner. One of life's treasures that have kind of, fallen off the wayside. Does anybody buy a TV dinner anymore? Yeah, totally mystery meat. Salisbury steak. It had like this weird gelatinous material within. Awful. I'm sure it's disgusting, but like a fool, I ate it not knowing what I was eating. Trusting our parents. We did, didn't we? Swanson. Let's go to my TV dinner. Let's see where that takes us. A major mystery meat. The definition, well, that along with, of course, spam. We'll go food and beverage ads. Sounds good to me. Store category will be food, not beverage. And I use the word lightly, food. Multicolor, original. Brand of Swanson's. Swanson makes a killer chicken pot pie. Very tasty. Something I could go for right now for some bizarre reason. The thought of chicken pot pies sounds really good for me right now because I'm starving, as we mentioned. United States, not modified. And the theme would be food and beverage. Okay, cool. Let's take a look at this picture. Now Swanson brightens up this chopped sirloin. They're referring to it as chopped sirloin dinner with a fluffy blueberry blueberry muffin. Almost makes a party out of a Swanson night. Juicy, tender, all sirloin chopped steak with gravy, crisp French fries, peas and butter sauce for extra flavor, and an extra festive touch, a warm blueberry muffin. There must be someone's birthday or anniversary or something. Can you imagine presenting this to your loved one on your anniversary? What kind of a reaction would that elicit? Memphis. Marie Callender chicken pot pies are absolutely superb. They also make a turkey pot pie, which is really good. I agree wholeheartedly. This is kind of really cute, though. It's kind of nice. Declare a Swanson night. TV dinner was like a Friday night thing, gathering around to watch TV. Mother needed a break from the stove and still spent an hour heating up because it took forever to heat up the. It was always like the pudding they would put in there would be flaming hot, but the chicken was still raw. You know, very, very hard to cook those things effectively. Chopped sirloin dinner. Chopped sirloin. Maybe we might put that right in. Although I want to get like I'm going to put birthday candle. Let me know if you guys agree. I think that's a definite drawing point of this ad. As everybody rips on the birthday meal, I see. Oh, the streak. Yeah, that's right, sure. Mystery meat big time. We'll know for sure when the Weird Al biopic comes out. Really? Are they seriously making one? Ray Stevens. One sad birthday meal. Hey, down for little Johnny. He's a happy camper. He's got his blueberry muffin. Oh, yeah? That's cool. They're turned into frozen lunches. I agree wholeheartedly, Memphis. Yes. Thanks for doing such a great job. Here is your Swanson frozen dinner. Something about Mountain Dew and attacking the darkness. I want a guy asking, are there any girls there? Because there are girls there. I want to do them. Doing right. What are you saying? Try living alone. You get to know all the pot pies and Chinese food. So what's your go-to pot pie, Winnacrow? Are we in agreement about the Marie Calendar? That's like that. I agree. That's almost like a gourmet quality. If you're gonna have a chicken pot pie, that's gourmet chicken pot pie. The same place I was talking to you guys about earlier in the day, that's across the street from my wife's work. It's a place called Booth's Corner, big old antique mall. They have a little restaurant in there that has one of the most delicious chicken pot pies I've ever had in my life, and it's the size of like it's this big, no exaggeration. It's like the size of my keyboard, gigantic. It's a meal and a half. Stick to your ribs. Probably has 85,000 calories, but on like a cold winter's day, you know, or a cold, crisp fall day, you go in there and you have a nice big old piece of chicken pot pie. Absolutely delicious. Right, exactly. That's what I was saying. It took forever to heat, and it was very unbalanced. Like one thing, like the fries would be hot and the chicken would be cold, or the Salisbury steak would be cold. I'm going to put Salisbury steak, yep. Harry Potter guy. The kid is playing Weird Al. Postcards from Puerto Rico. Ask Johnny, you still on Popeye? We have a question about postcards. Will Popeye please report to the front desk? Asking about Puerto Rican hotel postcards. I have no idea, to be honest with you, Deal Finder, so I defer to Popeye if he is still watching. Really? You just go for whatever? Okay. Is a Swanson acceptable? KFC had the best pot pies? Really? I don't think I ever had one. The D and Dungeons and Dragons, it was funny at the time, especially because those friends. That's cool. Oh, they have a vegan pie. I like that. I like a lot of the what do they call them now? Instead of saying vegetable, whatever they call them. What is the word that everybody's using nowadays? When it's fake meat. Plant-based. Plant-based chicken nuggets actually are delicious. If you guys have ever had the plant-based Whopper, believe it or not, it's very good too. It does sound delicious. Mark from SM Postcard says he does well. Okay, very good. Thank you, Kelly. Here we go, Popeye. Puerto Rico does well, especially since they got nailed with the... Yeah, and that's sad. Maybe some of those hotels don't exist anymore. Yeah, he just answered, Deal Find. Did you see that? Plant-based. Just means they used to call them veggie burgers. Now they're plant-based burgers. God only knows what's going on in those things too, but they're popular right now. And there were even Disney. We talked about Disney earlier. Disney has gotten on the whole plant-based bandwagon. You can get a plant-based bratwurst sandwich in Magic Kingdom nowadays. On a nice roll with some sauerkraut. It's actually very good. You list a few no views who was wondering, uh-oh, what are you doing wrong? I'm just joking, but what are you doing wrong? Enlisting them. Good keywords. I would ask Popeye about that. He'll tell you how to list those if they're just sitting there. Yeah, that's all. That's definitely a Popeye. Chickenless chicken. You gotta love the chickenless chicken. Can I have a chicken sandwich? Hold the chicken. Okay, let's go back to our. What are we listing? We have a birthday candle, right? We want to highlight that little kid. How about it? What do we have down here, everybody? What do we always talk about? Even though it's an illustration, as they say. You got a putty cat down there. Got to put him in. Got to putty in the putty cat. Cats. People dig cats. You only have 400 items, but your cards are popular. That's cool. Cartoon cat. Yeah, that's a good one. Well, that's what I'm saying, Winter Crow. I don't know why. I've never even taken the time, which I certainly should before I put it in my mouth, to find out what plant-based is. My wife actually told me they're putting in the burgers specifically at Burger King. I think it's based upon bamboo. I think there's an element of bamboo in our food, which is certainly plant-based. Oh, you don't like sauerkraut, Dawn? I love I know John loves sauerkraut, right, John? Douse it in sauerkraut. Oh, I could eat just not even kidding around. I could eat a bowl of sauerkraut. I love sauerkraut. You'd rather have a veggie. Yeah, I totally agree. God only knows what's going on in plant-based. You know, tree bark is plant-based, right? Cartoon cat is in. Very true. Binder with about 12 pages of trains and train stations. Oh, that's cool. You're talking about postcards, Winter Crow? Or just photos? Old cars looks to be a good keyword for cars. It's certainly a good keyword for, or the combination, vintage car, whatever you want to say, for the ads, too. It would be, but I think there's again, I invite anybody to check out the Google and look what's in a plant-based burger, but at least a Whopper. My wife said she read somewhere that there was bamboo in it. Whether that's true or not, I have no idea. You don't think trains sell that well? Is that right, Delphina? I have good luck with the print ads with choo-choo trains on them seem to do really well. People love trains. PCs? Oh, postcards. Okay. I thought you meant computers. That's okay. There's sawdust and a lot of it. Yes, exactly, Dawn. People are plant-based, I guess, too, right? Train cell, if you can identify them. Great point. Instead of just generically saying a choo-choo train, right, or a train engine, if you could get into some detail, I think that's a great point. Or in the case of the ads anyway, like Santa Fe Railroad, if you can highlight a railroad that's popular, Norfolk Southern, CSX, all that kind of stuff. Hey, look, they sold us on tofu and soy stuff. Yeah, I know, exactly. It turns out soy is pretty lousy for your belly. I was drinking soy milk for a long time. Soylent Green. Actual product out there now. It's called Soylent Green, and people are eating. What would that be? I've not heard of that. I list postcards at 1 in the morning, and they sell before I get up. Get out, really? You're a big postcard guy, Delphina? We got the king in the room, so if you have any questions, concerns, John's not doing anything. He's just trying to get through his pile of 8,000 new ones. What is Soylent Green, everybody? I haven't heard of it. Is it a food product? It sounds like a cleaning agent, if you ask me. Spray it on you. Soylent Green is people? I don't understand what you people are talking about. You got me so confused. Never saw the movie. I don't see movies when a crow is discussed. I really have no idea what you guys are talking about. That's a movie? Soylent Green is a movie? I thought it was a food. You just got to keep chugging along. Sales are hit or miss for the first 1K, 2K. Then you hit a point where you go, David, I'll sale unless you're already there. Yeah, that could happen to anybody, despite the amount of listings you might have up. It's like a protein shake. Deal Finder, once again, Whatnot. Great place to get rid of lots of everything. Like I asked about the CDs earlier, which I guess maybe I'll do a CD show coming up shortly, a CD auction. I don't see a lot of competition out there yet. And again, that's good and bad. It might mean there's no demand. Early 70s movie is what? Soylent Green? I don't know the movie. Okay. Anyway, we have the cartoon cat. What else do we have in this photo? That we got the. I might just write blueberry muffin actually at this point, but classic Swanson TV dinner. And taking note to a comment earlier in the day, we noticed there's no photo of a television with TV on. Otherwise, I would put it in. And here he is again, Winter Crow. Oh, Dawn. You'll see that we have a bot, as they say, that keeps writing all night. That Dawn's already on it. What did I tell you guys? Thank you, Dawn. Charlton Heston is in Planet of the Apes. That's what I remember, Charlton. And did he do a Moses flick, I think? Something like that. It's an old sci-fi with overpopulation. Women are part of the furniture. Oh, my God. They sell crackers for... Got to retype that, Winter Crow. Yeah, Dawn is the best. See? Wow, that's a combo. No, I have not heard of it. The movie is called Soylent Green. Definitely new to me. And why was that being, to go back to the original point, why was that even referenced in our show? What was it in reference to? To plant-based food or whatever they call it? I know, I was joking. Memphis Blazer, I know 10 Commandments. I said, did he play Moses? I'm not a movie guy, but I've heard of that. Why was the song crackers for food? Is that a line from the movie or something? Man, I feel so... don't you hate when you're completely out of touch with whatever somebody else is talking about and a whole conversation is going on and people are laughing and having a good old time and I'm sitting here literally saying, what are they talking about? I'm just trying to list my TV dinner ad. All right. I'm going to put... I won't fit... I'll put muffin... Release it to the hounds. In reference to garbage food. Okay. So if you say Soylent Green, that means it's it's like spam. I always rip on spam. Not only have I managed, I'm totally honest, I've never heard of it at all. And I wouldn't get any reference until tonight, but I appreciate you guys turning me on to it. Is it something worth seeing? Is it like a... Oh, you've never seen it either, Dawn. Okay. I'm sorry, I have not heard. Nobody in my immediate surroundings has ever used it or quoted anything about lousy food from some old movie that I've never heard of. With 2 mega stars in it, by the way. Okay. Here's a cool one. Hopefully it's not too big. Very good movie, says Rootin. Well, you guys can see this one. They're making no bones about the fact that this would be Maxwell House Instant Coffee. Doing a promo. Now over 10,000 possible winning numbers on Instant Maxwell House coffee jars. So they're doing some kind of giveaway or something, which is always a good thing to reference when you're listing your print ads, if you want to put like prizes or anything like that. Very cool, cheesy 70s film. Watch it once at least. I can't promise you, Monaco, but maybe I'll thumb through it. I have no time for movies. I just don't get sitting down for hours at a time. You know what my thing with movies? Think of it this way, guys. I know a lot of people love movies. Let's say, I'm sure, like anything else, right? There are good songs and bad songs, and good food and bad food, and good movies and bad movies. I saw Star Wars in the movies. Call it a lazy reseller. Yes, I like Star Wars. I don't like all the other ones. I don't like any of the new ones. But I loved Star Wars and Empire Strikes Back. That's where I'm out. After that, Yeah, no, let's talk rape nuts. No, the thing about movies, like, let's say you're 20 minutes into a movie and you're already recognizing the fact that it's going to be an awful movie, at least in your opinion. You got to still keep sitting there for 2 hours struggling through this colossal waste of time watching a bad movie just so you could say, boy, that movie was terrible. But you just abandon ship 10 minutes in, go forget this. Especially nowadays. I'm not saying if you paid for a ticket and you're sitting in a theater, you're not going to walk out usually. sitting in the lap of luxury in your own home, firing up some some movie. What do you do if 10 minutes in you're like, this is terrible? Maxwell House, Instance. What is the ratio of good movie to bad movie in your humble opinions for you movie buffs? You watch 5 movies a month. How many are good? How many are subpar? Yeah, no, we got to get back to Grape Nuts. I agree, Jeff. Now Rutan, yes, I know. Like I said, I'm not anti-movie. I'm not like anti the all movies ever made. I like some. I'm not saying every Disney movie is great either, obviously. But yeah, of course, I love the classic cartoons and everything, and especially like ones that came out that remind me when my kids were little and everything. I like that because it reminds me of my babies. But like I said, I love The Godfather. Great to me, greatest movie ever made. Love that movie. Trying to think of other movies I would watch, like I've watched multiple times. Airplane. I saw Airplane like 5 times in the theater. I thought it was hysterical every time. What other movies do I really know? I've seen Star Wars a couple times. I saw it in the movies. I saw Empire Strikes Back in the movies, but I don't think I ever saw it after, so I don't really know it well. I don't know. I know a few movies. I did watch the Harry Potter stuff when it came out because my kids loved it. And some of those were very entertaining. Some of them were really boring. Also watched Dalmatian Alley. Oh, Damnation Alley, sorry. You put it on the background for Pete's sake. Pete's Dragon. Some movies take time to get good. That's true too, right? You got to but again, I don't know. I would just feel incredibly disappointed. Like if I committed that time sitting there struggling through a movie, waiting for it to get good. That's awesome, Deal Finder. I don't do that with movies, but obviously with music, I'm a music guy, so I always have music playing all the time. Yeah, me neither. I can't think of the last time I saw a movie. Green Elf needs food badly. Okay, Carl. Have a good night. Again, happy Canada Day, and thank you very much for representing your country well earlier in the show. Damn dash. I'm going to have some rice checks and can't imagine Charles is trying to knock the ball from my hands. That must be a movie reference that I don't get again. Watch Raiders of the Lost Ark at least 10 times. Oh, I did see Raiders of the Lost Ark in the theater, and that was a great movie, absolutely. But I never saw the other ones. I know they did whatever, part 2 or whatever. I saw the original Raiders in the movies too. That was awesome. I agree. Good memories of that one. I saw Superman in the movies. I thought that was great. The first Superman. Then there was the one with Richard Pryor, which was absolutely horrible, embarrassingly bad. I think we did walk out on that one. I saw Jaws. I saw Empire. Not Empire. I saw Spielberg, the UFO movie. Close Encounters I saw in the movies. I like that. Here's a movie I've seen about 6 times that I bet nobody's ever seen. You guys remember it was with Belushi and Aykroyd, not the Blues Brothers, which I did see, which is great. 1941. You ever see the movie 1941? With John Belushi, Dan Aykroyd? My first date, I took a girl to see the movie 1941. Watch a lot of stuff on YouTube, but rarely watch movies. At this point, I can't make it through an entire movie. I'll fall asleep. Yeah, I hear that, Kelly. You wake up worth your time by hate watching it. So you derive some satisfaction by saying, boy, that was brutal. Yeah, me too, Deal Finder. I saw Star Wars. I didn't see the drive-in, but I saw Jaws. I saw you guys remember Omen? That was petrifying. I saw Omen in the movies. I saw what's the one from Long Island? Amityville Horror in the movies. I saw E.T. in the movies. I saw Spinal Tap in the movies. These are movies I know. I know Spinal Tap very well. I saw E.T. in the movies. It was good, but I never saw it again. You remember 1941, Winter Crow? Thank you. Yes, they did. Exactly. Neighbors. Yep, absolutely. That was Belushi's last movie. Yeah, that was, it wasn't a big hit, and Spielberg directed that, didn't he? Thank you, Dawn Wright. She's like a vacuum. Yeah, exactly. Look at Popeye remembering that. Exactly. Yeah, the beginning. Hollywood. Remember Hollywood? The beginning of the movie. It's all 1941, and it's supposed to be basically, I don't want to give any spoilers, but it's a town in California during like when Pearl Harbor was attacked, right? So they have a Japanese like submarine coming out, and there's a woman. It's supposed to be like a play on. I don't want to give it away. A play on Jaws. A girl swimming naked in the water, and you hear dun 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 dun, and the periscope of the submarine starts rising, and she's screaming, and she grabs the periscope and goes up into the sky. And the Japanese guy is looking through the thing, and he goes, "Hollywood, Hollywood." It's just a very funny scene. That's how the movie opens. But I remember seeing that. Now, again, my first date, I took a girl to see 1941. There certainly were. But it wasn't like a movie that was very successful, but I liked it. I saw it like 2 or 3 times. Parents coming home after watching 1941, they thought it was the worst movie ever. I don't think they liked Blue. Well, if you don't like them, Belushi. That's the Italian version. Yep, you're right. There was a lot of other famous people. The girl from was it the blonde girl in the cockpit? What was her name? Not Bosom Buddy. She was in something famous. It's a stupid fun movie. It just has good movies for me. Popeye, someone had a question about. Yeah, he already answered. Delphina, Memphis, excuse me. But for you movie people, and of course, I'll recommend a movie, and you guys will blast it. It's probably awful now, but when you're 14, 15 years old and you're on your first, taking a girl to see a movie, it was a big deal. So I have good memories just because it was a funny, stupid movie. And then I saw it like 2 or 3 times on my own, or with my sister. I think we went to see it because I liked it. I never rented it though. Like I haven't seen it since then. So it's another one of those movies. I bet you if I watch it now, I'd be like, what was I thinking? Yeah, you guys watch the TV too. I think I'm gonna move to see 94. It's a good movie. It's funny. Oh yes, I saw Arthur in the movies too with my dad. 81. Yeah, it was good. The same year Memphis Blaze, you'll remember Neil Diamond, the jazz singer. It's actually terrible, but the music was good. But he's like a Jewish. His dad wants him to be a priest or whatever you call it, a rabbi. Love on the Rocks. Treat Williams is in that. Yes, absolutely. Yep. A guy that used to be in my Beatle band looked just like Treat Williams. They sell well, he said. Mine will listen to hotel pool. Someone collects them. That's good to know. Yeah, for the ad. Coupons. Hold on. Sanka? No, not Sanka. Maxwell House. Excuse me. Let's put up Maxwell House coffee. Did I do that already? Yes. Let's put it in. Maxwell House has its own advertising category, which is good to know. Put this in beverage. Maxwell House multicolor original. Bread. I almost wrote 1941. That's kind of funny. 66. Modified. No. US of A. Theme is coffee. Okay. Yeah, absolutely, Winter Crow. Yes, he is. Dudley Moore is in Bridgewater, isn't he? Somewhere along there. Summit, something like that. He has a huge Beatle connection. So I like him for that alone. But yeah, Arthur is good. But I thought 10 was terrible. Bo Derek. I remember seeing 10. You guys see that movie? Plainfield, there you go. Plainfield's awful. Awful area. Instant Maxwell House coffee. Maxwell House instant coffee. Vintage print. We said giveaway coupon. Giveaway. But I usually put something like that. Or contest or sweepstakes is another good word. Let's see how they word it here. It's easy to find out. Treasure Island label. Ooh. Have you seen? It's easy to find it. Just send in the Treasure Island label with your same address. So let's put that in. Treasure Island. Yes, he was. Memphis Blazer. Treasure Island. Of course, I'm short. Credit coupon. Island. Go away. Yeah, Speed to Cook was good too. Absolutely. You could see a lot of YouTube is beautiful for stuff like that. Just look up Dudley Moore 60s British TV, The Goons, that kind of stuff. So list that one. Thank you for mopping up all that stuff, Dawn. I appreciate it. You really are lightning fast. Winter Crow did a nice job earlier too, but she was caught off guard, I think, the first time. I'm like, where's my wrenches? I got to give somebody else a wrench. Who wants a wrench? Who do I trust to give a wrench to? CJ's too quick. CJ would get a wrench, but he's busy with his deck. Can't bother CJ. Who asked about cigarette ads before? Let's pull up the mother of all cigarette. Well, it's not the mother of all. Camel ads are probably the mother of all cigarette ads, but Marlboro Man. You still see this ad today. Remember we talked about the modern kind of approach, like the ads from the 60s. A lot of them are very modern looking, very contemporary. And this, I think, is one of them. If you saw that right now, would you think that's an old ad necessarily? Well, I guess now because you can't advertise cigarettes, but when you could advertise, actually, can you still have? I guess you could still advertise cigarettes, just not on TV anymore, right? I don't know if that's true. Can you not advertise in magazines cigarettes anymore? I really don't know. Marlboro. Somebody check me on that because I don't know. I know you can't, obviously not on TV anymore, but I don't know if they're banned necessarily in written media, like a magazine. Put this in the old cigarette ad category, probably the easiest one as far as specifics. All you do is put the brand in, the country, modified no, and you're done. This is commonly called the Marlboro Man. You'll see these ads through the ages. Cowboy hanging out with a cigarette in various locations, usually Western theme, usually horses involved. Sometimes there's like outdoor Western scenes. This one is just a cowboy kind of kicking back. No horse, but definitely in a stall where a horse would be. Boots. Marlboro Country. Longhorns. You could indicate, which I will do, you could put in like Longhorns or something to that effect, like the different types of cigarettes that they had. Let me just update one thing really quick. Sorry, guys. And that looks like it's been updated. Yeah, we're looking for omnipresent people. It's buried in Scotch Plains. Yeah, what did I say? Summit, right? Scotch Plains is a nice area. All right, Memphis Blazer, go enjoy your Marie Callender pot pie. Enjoy it. Have one for me. You could say it's timeless. Are we talking about the Marlboro ad? I hope. For some reason, my comments all froze. That's what I was refreshing everybody. And now they're all coming in late. Calling 100s Longhorns. Yes. Longhorn 100. Marlboro 100s or the Longhorns. No, they're two separate things, right? But the gold label, right? Isn't that the Longhorn? Talk to me, Rutan. Your knowledge of cigarettes. Not sure. Oh, the golden one? The golden package, is that the Longhorns? Because they have 100s on them. I'm not sure. But, just classic, as they said. Yeah, horse saddle, absolutely, Jeff. Very good. Marlboro Man is, he's called the Marlboro. There's 25,000 Marlboro Men, but they're commonly known as the Marlboro Man, or the whole Marlboro Country thing is also used over and over and over. Let me put cigarette in there. That might help. Rugged is good. Definitely horse saddle. Stall I'm going to put as well because he's in a stall. I don't want to put, I'm going to put country for Marlboro Country. Rugged is good. It tells me Winter Crow is digging the Marlboro. Look at CJ chiming in from his busy housework. Hundreds is length. It says famous Marlboro Red, which is the red. There you go. And the new extra long Marlboro Hundreds, the Longhorns. Either way, you get a lot to like. Horse tack, yep, sure, tacking up. I wonder if I should put, I might actually put Longhorns instead of Country Stall. I'm going to put Longhorns here because that's the only kind of distinguishable. There you go. Longhorns, horse saddle, stall, rugged. Leathers. Are we pleased with the title, folks? I'm pleased. Probably just going to go a couple more minutes. I really am starving, everybody. I'm sure a lot of you guys, too, are falling off eating dinner, or especially if you're West Coast, it's like prime dinner time right now. It's almost 8:30 here on the East. Yeah, they're not chaps. I don't believe they're chaps, Winter Crow. They're just like a pair of brown. They look like they are leather, though. All right, let's list this one. And we'll see. Maybe we'll do one more. Pick something kind of cool. And cut off relatively. I do have a big show tomorrow. A bit of it's like an hour, almost 2-hour drive up there. If anybody is in the New York area, we will be playing in Lodi, New Jersey tomorrow night on their, I think they call it Veterans Field or something. It's a typical show, like the townships put on these shows all summer in many different states. Just kind of a big festival. They're going to have a fireworks show afterwards. It's a bring along chair kind of thing, and hang out, music under the stars. It's free admission. Usually get thousands of people, especially if the weather is good. Dawn's been eating while watching a multitasker. Very good, Dawn. Lodi, yes, Deal Founder, yes. Do you know what Lodi is? It's a little north of Secaucus. Expecting a good crowd. Again, weather permitting us, chance of thunderstorms screwing things up. But we have a rain date of Sunday, I believe. So God forbid it does get rained out tomorrow. Because they are, like I said, the township's doing a big, Creedence song, right? Lodi. Stuck in Lodi again. They're doing, like I said, fireworks and all that. So the weather kind of has to be in cooperation in order for them to do the fireworks thing. I think Sunday would be a better night, honestly, because most people are off on Monday and it's the 3rd instead of the 4th. So that would be a good night. But either way, hopefully it'll be tomorrow. They're certainly pushing for tomorrow. Stuck in Lodi again. I'll be stuck in Lodi tomorrow. It's a nice, it's okay. It's right next to the Bronx, actually. Also very good marketplace. Good job. All right. I'm trying to remember what I could see. Oh, here we go. One of Winter Crow's favorite ads. There you go. It looks like Mother is finally free in the 60s. Winter Crow. No longer a slave to the stove and her family's, washing person. Now we have the most feminine way to be free with a Tampax. She's surfing up there. She's just hanging out in front of a window here, and I don't know what's going on here, spinning around with a blanket. We laugh, Marketplace, because Winter Crow and I, we have this, believe it or not, I'm just telling you the truth, these kind of ads sell very, 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 very well. They're termed differently through the years, which is also kind of fun to see the different way that, like earlier on in the 20s and 30s, they would use different words, basically. And by the 66, all bets are off. But they sell super well. She left the family home bathing, exactly, and she's going out and she's going to do some surfing. Fine, look at her. Wipe out. Popular product, people. Don't shy away. They sell well. Put them in health and beauty. How's that for being dainty? Health and beauty. That is hysterical. And that's going up on the annals of my YouTube channel forever. Hold on. I'm going to put that right up. Everybody has handbags. Oh yeah, you can make your own jokes at this point. You can fill in. We could have the whole song written out if you want. But I would go with that. I think that is absolutely hysterical. I love it. We go into personal care products in my store. That's where we place that item. And let's just fill out original. But seriously, guys, this and gals, this sells really well. So up it shall go. What better way to finish off a 4th of July Friday, rock and roll Friday night? That's great stuff. I love it. Like I said, we could fill in the whole lyric, right? If you wanted. All right, so we are most definitely going to highlight surfing, right? Surfing. Are we putting the dreaded pretty blonde or something in here? Because I don't really see what's going on over here. She's just hanging out by a window, right? Blue dress, maybe. I don't know. Winter Crow and Dawn. Anything as far as style of dress going on there? One piece dress or something with the bluish dress on the left side. Stay in the swim every day. Do everything you want to do. The easiest feminine protection worn internally. You don't say. They keep you feeling comfortable, fresh, and secure. Total freedom, total comfort. Total freedom is actually pretty cool to write because everything she's doing, yeah, out for the evening dress maybe. Total freedom, evening dress or evening gown. It's not really a gown. A gown says root, and I was going to say that. Okay, evening gown. And then what? Maybe beach or something. Almost like sand, beach. That's a wild. I don't know what's going on in this. What the picture with the white thing? I don't know if she's just spinning around on the beach. Is that like a flow? Is that a dress that's flying around? I don't know what's going on. Does she have like a big cape on or something? What do you guys think? Evening gown is actually good. About ponytails. That'd be pigtails, right? She has pigtails. A couple yellow ribbons. Believe it or not, things like that. I know that they sound silly, but they're actually good keywords. I think she has pigtails, no? Jewelry too. She's on, yeah. Completely, look at this. She's got like the blue-green shoes on. She's got a blue-green dress. She's completely coordinated. Blue-green eye shadow. And for some ungodly reason, yellow. Sound of music. She can't help it. That's funny. A shawl. Emphasis on feeling free. There you go. Which I do have thrown in, right? Total freedom. Evening gown. Should we just write beach, sand? What do you guys think? I want to throw something because we have the surfing, we have the evening gown, and we have to kind of acknowledge this other one. The beach is alive with the sound of handbags. It's funny, Dawn. Yeah, see, now you would have had that. Then you would have had an ad right there, Rootin'. You're right. Yep. Because they weren't eating plant-based products. Unbelievable. I just want to come up with a word for this last one. Beach. Girl on beach. Sand. Sandy beach. Good night, Jeff. You too. Have a great weekend. Sandy beach. How about that? Vacation. I don't know if she's on vacation necessarily. I think I might just go with Sandy Beach. What do you guys think of that? Actually, let me throw in a very important word that is not mentioned in my title that I want to have in there. Clearly. Breasted surface. All right, we're going to list this one. All right, everybody. I am going to call it a night. I'm just very hungry. I have a big day ahead tomorrow. Hope you guys have a wonderful weekend, and I greatly appreciate everybody showing up tonight. I didn't expect any kind of turnout. But I really seriously want to get some listings up because as I started the show off with, we have hit third quarter. Shockingly, we're in July already. Year is half over. Where does it go? And I want to get a bunch of listings up. I will be completely unavailable tomorrow. Always available via email, though. If anybody has any questions, comments, concerns, suggestions, just want to say hi, you can write me at jiminyflipit@gmail.com, and I'd be sure to get back to you. But I will be out playing tomorrow with the boys. There you go. Popeye with the trifecta of food possibilities. Sure, grape nut, Popeye with a crushed Funyuns crust. Absolutely. Just steer clear of those plant-based products, though. Promote added Gladys over 60. Oh, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Thank you. And do check out Jody on Marketplace Boutique. I like her channel. I want everybody to go check her out and subscribe to her. Yes, Bartomania back in the house. How you doing? Happy 4th. Absolutely. Happy 4th of July. Happy birthday, America. Happy Canada Day today. Thank you very much, Sean. I appreciate it. And thanks for your help. You came in and made an impact right away. I really appreciate it. So good night, everybody. Have a great weekend. I'll see you sometime next